everything started coming left and right, left and right, left and right. And I said, it's going to be so many things that's going to distract me. I got to still stay grounded. So at the end of the day, I honestly feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like some of the tests I'm not doing too good on. Some of the tests I'm okay, I got that. So in life you can say, okay, I've leveled from this. And then you end up saying, oh shit, I still got work to do. I said it, Christy. Yeah, I know. I said it. So these are all tests. That's it. That's all. I don't sit around and be like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? Okay. All right, T, you gotta work on this now. Now you gotta work on this. It's just an opportunity to grow and be better every day. If I'm a stalker for real, they'll prove it. Prove where I stalked that lady. Because if anything, that lady said she was watching my lives. She watches my page. She watched me drive to another house. She watched me end the live and talk about the refrigerator in 3 days. That ain't no stalker. You bothering me and you worried about what I got going on. That's a stalker.
Well,
hold on. Somebody said learn to be alone. I know how to be by myself. But if I want to get some dick, I can get some dick. Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna say this from now on, y'all just stop trying to just focus on married people, saying married people be going through a whole lot of shit, because we done saw this situation right now that even single people be going through. Single people be going, how the hell do single people be calling other single people about another single person?
No, the problem is we supposed to be.
When everybody goddamn single.
No, that's the point.
That's confusing.
Single people, and I always tell y'all, let us single people do what the fuck we do. Y'all married folk talking about our single folk ain't no better than us single folk. And that's the point. The motherfucking ring don't change the drama. So while y'all sitting there watching single folk
focus on us when y'all got
no, that's what I'm saying. Because y'all married folk always talking about single folk, but you motherfuckers just as miserable as the single folk you claim is miserable. That's always my point. Married folk be running around here calling single folk so miserable. Well, let us be miserable in our singleness. But you married motherfuckers be just as miserable.
Y'all be single and claiming to be happy, but y'all be just as miserable, I guess. You want to say everybody miserable?
No. You can be happy and still deal with things.
Yes, happiness and married people can be happy and they deal with their marriage.
Okay, exactly. Not saying you can't be married and not miserable. Let me bring it to you like this. You can be happy and still work through life's situations. You do know that, right? Yeah. You can go through things and still walk in your peace, walk in your strength. You can still not take it out on people. When I went through what I went through and that girl emailed me, I took a break from the app. And I made an announcement. I don't want to take out what I got going on y'all. I made a decision to remove myself from the app. I made that decision because I didn't want to take what I was dealing with on people on the app. You know what I'm saying? So my real life only came to the app because she came to my page bothering me on my page. Otherwise, what I got going on in my real life, I'm dealing with that. I'm working through my shit, but that don't mean I can't be happy as I'm working through things.
Did you ever find yourself treating like the situation when y'all were actively dating like it was like a relationship?
In the beginning, yeah, absolutely. But I never, I knew it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always tell women. That's why I say I know motherfuckers is lying. Because I always tell women, just because you doing relationship shit, don't mean you in a relationship. If that nigga tell you he don't want no relationship, you can still do relationship shit with him, but just understand you not in a relationship. I always say that to us. Because I say a nigga he could treat you right, he can fuck you good, he can take you out, he can cook for you, he can do all that shit for you. That still don't mean y'all go together. I always tell us that. And just because he's doing it with you, don't mean he only doing it with you. If that's who he is with every fucking woman. You know what I'm saying? He over here, he's doing it to me, he taking me out. That don't mean he not taking the next bitch out and the next bitch out. And I've always said that.
the interview been done a long time ago. We just been talking about it at this point. So
Right message, wrong messenger. I ain't never acted like I ain't never said that I ain't done relation. Aries. What did I say? You just said it. When I was dealing with a nigga, what did I say? It was my fault. Why?
Because you never had a conversation with him to get an understanding of what y'all relationship was actually was. You just assumed that y'all was together because you let him stay with you and y'all was sleeping together.
Am I just now saying that today, or is that a story you heard me say in my past?
You been said that a long time ago.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you been said that.
Thank you.
But for
I hold
everybody
myself
that's
accountable for the
young,
fucked up decisions that I make and the dumb decisions that I make.
everybody that's young and no, I ain't gonna even say young. Everybody that's not married by now, if you're single, it's okay to date more than one person at a time. And I'm not saying sleep with multiple people, but it's okay to date so that you can find your person. Just because one person asks you out for dinner doesn't mean you have to just focus on that one person at that time. You go ahead and you go out to lunch and breakfast with some old people so that you can find your person. There's nothing wrong with dating. Date. Learn the
Yes,
difference between dating and
exactly.
just
Somebody
sleeping with
said, "Why did I
everybody at one
question a
time.
man? Why did I question that woman?" I didn't question the woman. I told the woman what was going on because I knew he was going to lie. Just like she asked me May 24th of 2024, "Hey, what are y'all doing as a single man?" He's not telling me the truth, so I know you going to tell me, and I told her the truth. When she messaged me May 20th or whatever 2024 last year and said, "Hey, I just want to know, are y'all still messing around because I've been messing with him too." I didn't judge her. I said, "Yes, we actually I said, "Call me." So again, he was single then, and I still gave her the truth because I know he plays fucking games.
it's a lot of women who, in this position, wouldn't have been answering a thing. They wouldn't have been answering nobody's questions. They wouldn't have been entertaining nobody's questions. They wouldn't have been entertaining. So why you felt the need to be responding or talking to him?
Because I've talked to, why I don't know, like I entertain I think I entertain everything. Like I just
Cause she
I do.
started it. She know
I
why they
entertain
let it kept
everything.
contacting her because she
Yeah,
started it.
but
You
that don't mean. Let
women,
me say
y'all,
something.
let's
Let me
stop
say something.
playing like
Let me
we
say this,
slow. We
Aries. No, no, no,
women.
no, no. That don't justify shit. If I hit you and you hit me back, that
Mm-hmm.
don't mean every time you see me you get to hit me and I ain't supposed to hit you back.
A
Don't
woman
think
hit
for
you
a
every
minute,
time.
okay, and then you gonna get hit back, right? That's how that works,
Cause you have to
right?
look. You have to look at the
So
situation. That lady was pregnant
yes,
and she was
I get
very
it.
emotional.
I get it.
I-
I get it. It was not the right timing, but I was just as hurt. Learning that there's a person that was lying to me too. I was just as hurt knowing that there's a baby coming and the motherfucker didn't tell me there was a baby coming. And I had to find that shit out on social media.
Y'all know that's
So
the worst time a woman can
we
find
both as
out that a
women,
man is cheating on you.
were hurt. Did I handle it the right way? No. Did I know? Did I know that she was pregnant? No. Did I disrespect her in the beginning? No. Those messages that AJ read afterwards, if y'all listen, they were responses.
I'm not gonna lie.
You
I tell
need to
you
If
what,
I
focus
T.
got
on
cheated on while I was
you got to
pregnant,
understand. Me, I didn't just message her and say you need to focus on this and that. That was a response.
it, I just be putting myself in other
So
people's shoes. To
hold
be,
on though.
huh?
So again, yeah, I messaged her first. I own that. Me and her have had. She called me, and anytime she's called me, I've been respectful to her until she disrespects me.
But everyone that have kids, can y'all raise y'all hand? And even the women that don't have kids, because y'all can probably relate and just put yourself in a situation. Why being pregnant? Ain't that the worst feeling ever? Getting a phone call and you find out you getting cheated on while you're
She wasn't getting
pregnant.
cheated on. She literally said they weren't even in a fucking relationship.
I
So who
tell
was
you
getting
what,
cheated
T.
on?
I tell you what. After you pop me in my one nigga older than me, baby, I be just now getting off of your motherfucking ass. I'm
No,
telling you now.
no, no, Sassy, because that happened later. That was the last incident. So the troll pages that Rozay got, that shit been going on for months. Y'all talking about me hitting her, that was August of 2024. Go back to those screenshots Rozay got. All of that shit was before I hit her.
I know, I know.
Let's make
I'm
that very clear.
saying,
I don't give a fuck
I'm
if she on my
saying,
ass today. But if she on my ass, you know what the fuck I'm at. She can pull the fuck up. Don't troll me, motherfucker, no, on no email. Don't troll me. If she want to tussle, we can tussle. But don't send me no motherfucking bitch ass emails talking about come get your man. Bitch, if you want to dance and get your lick back, just say that.
I definitely want I'd want my
Okay,
lick
well
back.
then say that
It
shit.
would take the whole
Don't
armor of
do this.
God.
Don't do this. I'm with your man shit. That sounds like some pussy shit to me because if a bitch wants to dance, she know we can dance.
Yeah,
I ain't ducking shit.
she don't want her lick back because baby, I'd have to get mine back too. I ain't gonna hold you. You done
I'm
blacked
just
my.
saying, so it's not about that. It ain't about her getting hit. Because if she wanted to dance, she would say that. Right? If she wanted to
Hey,
get a
you
lick
right.
back, she'll be like, you know what? I want to get my lick back.
You right.
You
Because
feel
I
me?
want mine back. I promise.
The fuck out of here.
Say, want my lick back.
What I want is a bitch to come to TikTok and say, well, I ducked or dodged the bitch. Where I was throwing up in the motherfucking pool tables. Where a bitch hit me and I motherfucking dropped my liquor. Find them bitches. Because I already said a bitch snake me, bitch. I'm going by any means necessary, nigga. I'm getting the fuck up out of that hold.
When
You're
you
not
said
getting away.
when you said that
You're not getting away.
ducking and dodging, was that for AP?
Now, talk about that. Let a motherfucker come to TikTok and say, oh, I hit T and she ain't hit me back. Or let a motherfucker come up and say, I ever ran from a bitch. I ain't never ran from no bitch. Ever.
I ain't never ran for a
Ain't
bitch.
never
Never
backed
ran from a
down or
bitch.
ran
Gotta
from
start
no
running.
nigga. What?
Oh, I ain't never ran.
Period. Rose would have took the whole armor of God. I'm telling you. I'm
I like that
And
song.
and let me say, we can't say she didn't have opportunity. That bitch sat on that motherfucking porch and I opened the door. That bitch sat there looking at me. She didn't try to get to me.
telling
When
you.
the fight and all that shit
I
calmed down, that bitch ain't trying to get to me
would
in no
have
way.
bit your
Cause I
ankle,
would have tried to
T.
kick through that motherfucking door.
I'd have bit your ankle. I ain't lying.
I would have kicked through that motherfucking door. So let's stop playing. Only reason I didn't hit her because of him, I'm in love with him. First of all, it had been a whole bunch of buildup. I wanted to go upside her head anyway. I'm gonna be honest. Cause the bitch had been trolling me. She been doing that shit, all that shit. So part of me wanted to do that. But I wasn't gonna do that because it wasn't my place until she hit him.
You need a little ammo. You need a little reason. You need
Yeah.
a reason.
Yeah. Give me a reason to fight you, bitch, because I ain't fighting you over him.
Just one good reason. Just a piece of a
But the
reason.
bitch have been fucking with me. Like, damn, okay, you got your lick back. You gonna keep hitting me? Bitch, I'm gonna hit you back eventually.
Evelyn, you should have got your leg back, babe, because I promise I would have.
Rose,
Same.
all them videos, all them pictures of them troll pages that I showed you. How many different hairstyles I got in my hair?
Different. Each one was a different hairstyle. Each one was a different hairstyle. But you know, you change hairstyles like,
But still, that means there's different times that she's doing this shit, right?
yeah.
Okay. She
So
didn't show y'all no different times I was harassing her from no different accounts or none of that shit. I don't give a fuck if it was Pink Panther or Pink Panther. She didn't show y'all that.
Okay, at the
Because
end
there
of the
ain't
day, we know
none.
as women, once if you messing with a dude and once y'all get to calling each other on the phone, y'all gonna continue to fuck with each other. Y'all
Okay,
gonna be looking for
okay.
other people.
Again,
Y'all gonna
no.
be
At some
looking at
point,
their
it got to
social
stop.
media.
Aries, at some point, it got to stop.
You know y'all gonna be
No,
looking. No,
at
it
some
ain't
point,
gonna
it got to
stop until
stop.
you stop messing with the person.
No, you okay? At the end of the day, I'm not bothering her. I haven't bothered her in years.
Girl, she's still in love with her baby daddy.
Okay, so
Somebody you
that
still
justified
messing
what
with her
she.
baby.
Okay, so then she got to deal with that shit.
I got a
I was
question.
in love too, and y'all said I was out of line.
Did you hear what Unruly had to say today? Did you actually hear the clip?
Yeah, I heard him. What he said, I literally said all of that in Friends Live. I literally said all of that in Barb's Live. He's not ready to commit. I had a lady in Friends Live telling me, you dealing with a man that don't know how to commit. I said, I just understand he ain't ready to commit. Everything he said, I literally said in the Friends with Attitude Live Sunday night.
Girl, that man said enough to make me want to go upside a nigga
I
head.
said the same thing. No, when a motherfucker say to you, hey, let me say this. It was a point in time where that nigga wouldn't have said none of that shit. Let me be very clear to y'all. It was a time that nigga would have never admitted that shit. So the fact that he could come forth and honestly say, I'm not ready, I can't commit, I respect that more than you lying, saying, I'm going to commit to you and then you keep fucking me over. I'd rather you come and say, you know what? Look, I ain't no good. I'm not going to be able to commit to you. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'd rather that than you lie to me.
So you know what messed me up? Because now look, y'all, I'm no longer professional anymore. Okay, the interview's over. What fucked me up was him basically saying like, "All right, not gonna keep coming back. Like, where they gonna go? They keep
No,
doing it."
that's not what he said. What he
I,
said is,
that was just I
at
said
this point,
imply.
no, that's not what he implied. He said at this point, they both know about each other. So why are they keep going at each other? They both know either they're going to deal with me or they not. That's what he said, and that's the truth. At this point, I know she around. She know I'm around. If they keep dealing with me, that's on them. And that's true. What's the lie? Where's the lie?
To be specific, he said it's been 2 to 3 years. They know what they're getting when they get with me. I come with a headache. So I mean, he owning it. Shit.
That's what I'm
Fuck it.
saying. So
If y'all
now
gonna
at
deal
this
with him,
point, it's
y'all gonna
my
deal with
choice.
him.
It's our choice to deal with him or not. Right?
He made a statement, and I can't quote him. I can't quote him, but he said something about if I keep like something like if I keep coming back and you keep taking me back, then what the fuck you doing? Like why
That's true.
basically saying like what y'all sitting here tripping for? Like y'all know what it is. Y'all keep letting me back in. Y'all gonna keep doing that.
He's telling the truth.
That's implying that y'all don't have like y'all don't stand on
So
business.
here's the thing. I'm not tripping. This is the part. This is the part that you're missing. She tripping. I'm not. I'm not complaining. I'm not arguing with him. I'm not fighting him. Do you get the thing? I'm not tripping on shit. I'm not messaging him saying what you doing, where you at. I'm not saying where you been. So I'm not tripping on a goddamn thing.
It sounds like you're saying that's my ain't shit nigga and I'ma stick beside him.
No, it's saying that I'm gonna deal with him accordingly. If I want to
Mm.
fuck with him, I'm gonna fuck with him. If I don't, I'm gonna move around. I just was on a date with another nigga a couple weeks ago. You heard her say it, you heard him say it. I date other people. I go out on dates with other people. And it's not about defending him. He's telling the fucking truth. Y'all sit here, y'all wish a nigga gonna tell you, like, motherfucker tell you what it is, it's what it is. If you gonna fuck with him, you gonna fuck with him. If you not, you not.
Quick question. So it basically is he just your nigga you gonna keep on the side like in your back
No, at this
whenever
point, I'm
you
not
wanna
even
fuck
dealing
with?
with this man.
No, I'm
So
saying
allow
if
that.
you
No, give
feel
me
like it.
no. Not right now. I'm literally moving on with my life. This motherfucker started messaging me and shit about I'm with your man.
Uh,
I'm literally taking my own steps to remove myself from this nigga.
And Mr.
But we
Wrong
forgot
get
that
along
he
so
he
good.
said he ain't dealt with me in over a month. She's the only one that thinks I was at his house on Friday.
That's why that Friday shit. Because I'm like,
That's what I'm saying. Do you
what
get what I'm
AJ
saying
talk
now?
about?
You get
Like,
what I'm saying now? I'm
yeah,
not tripping. She's the one that said I was at his house Friday, but still went out with him Saturday.
I love my Mr. Wrong.
paranoid, cause I did see on the blog
She
page
just said
said
she
that.
not. But okay, if she was paranoid and y'all giving her all these accolades, like you're a strong woman. So why the fuck is a strong woman
I didn't
telling me I'm
say
with
she
your
was a strong.
man?
it
I
was
didn't
your haters
tell her she
saying
was a
that. Your
strong
haters
woman.
was saying that. It wasn't. I ain't say none of that shit.
Yeah,
It was
I
your
ain't tell her
haters.
that. I ain't talked to
The
that
lady
lady.
got up on a
Yeah.
panel and was like, if T didn't have all the people on her panel when she was going through, then I can have all the survivors of T on my panel. I said, what the fuck?
And that's what I said. If I was on here complaining, saying, I'm not complaining about a goddamn thing. So the question y'all should be asking that you is not me. Because I'm not walking around here saying, damn, this nigga keep doing me wrong. I'm not saying none of that shit. I've been saying all the time, the nigga, he ain't gonna commit, he ain't gonna be faithful. So I'm gonna do me. When it's time for me to move around, he know I will fucking move around.
At the same time, though, you do still love that man, and it do hurt your
I
feelings.
do. What that got
She
to do
never
with
denied
anything?
that, Aries.
I
I
know.
love the fuck
So,
out of that
so
man.
at the end of the day, you still do want him to do right. You wish for thinking just like that baby
Of
mama wish
course.
for
Let me ask you.
thinking.
Okay, but I'm not antagonizing her. So I don't, again, we can both have a wish, but leave each other alone. So stop justifying her fuck shit.
Oh, I haven't talked to that
I'm
lady.
just saying we can she can have a wish, I can have a wish, we can have a wish. Wish up on a star.
What
You
up,
know what I'm
A
saying?
Simone?
That's
What you
okay.
want to add to the conversation, love?
Y'all want to be me and Ray J so bad, which y'all want wishes. Fuck all y'all. So I was ate up a little bit earlier today. I kind of got, I ain't even wearing a wig, but I kind of got my baby hair snatched up. So I was told to come when T goes live to clock her. So that's what I'm here to do because I was told to clock, and I do what I'm
Clock
told to
me,
do.
hey Simone,
So
clock me.
I'm ready. I'm about to clock your ass. Hold on, hold on, hold on. So T, all that shit you said you was accountable for, you wrong.
What?
You wrong in the motherfucker.
Which part?
All that shit that you had said that you was wrong for earlier, I'm here to tell you right now in this moment you wrong.
Fuck, thank
So
you,
Feel
Simone.
better because you
yeah,
had told her that stuff about herself that time.
yeah. So
And you
Oh
made
wait,
her
I
that
got something to say to
and you
TikTok
made her
take that
testimony.
exchange
TikTok
his
accountability.
life
testimony.
around.
Remember when I was like, I said this before and you said, well, who watches you? Ha, you think we all watching you? Seems like you're very interested.
Hey,
Seem like
Simone,
you're watching me.
I'm glad you holding T accountable because ain't nobody holding T accountable. I'm glad
Nobody.
you holding her accountable for
I'm
real.
trolling.
Everybody letting her
Shout
slide.
out to
No,
you.
I'm not trolling Aries because I was told that I don't hold her accountable and I'll let her know when she wrong. So I'm here to let her know that all that she said she was wrong for, she wrong. Huh?
Ooh.
Mister, I heard your name a couple times. What's going
Oh,
on?
let me mute.
What happened?
Um, I don't know. I'm just as lost as you are.
Why was your friend AJ calling your name so many times, hun?
Okay, so basically, what happened was,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
um, somebody texted me, Poothing texted me, and she was like, "Hey, can you tell AJ that T is on the phone? She wants to speak. She's on my account." And if you look at, oh, I gotta get down. Somebody said get down now. But anyway, she did a hand gesture and she opened up a fourth box. When she did the hand gesture and opened up the fourth box, Pooh Thing's account is private. So when the mods say they didn't see her, they wouldn't see her. Only the host would see her. And now I have to get down. And so, yeah, I posted the text messages on my thread and I don't have to explain. They're saying I don't have to explain. So, thanks for having me.
Who is this
You can
person? They
explain
your
what you
God or
want to
something?
explain.
Is they your God?
What you
I don't
say?
know why every time somebody coming up here on TNT time, motherfucker got to make you drop.
All right. So basically, T, were we on the phone today?
Yeah, I called you.
Okay.
And when did
And
I call you? When what wasn't true? I admitted to everything else except for what?
yeah, you was like everything is true. The
Uh,
ex-wife, what she's saying is true. However, I didn't text anybody.
Thank you.
Everything is true. You was like everything is true, but I didn't text anybody. And I was like, okay. And that was basically it. However, the reason why the mods didn't see Pooh Thing in the request box is because Pooh Thing's page is private. So, Rozay, did you accept me up?
Yeah.
So, mods, did you see me in the request box? Because my account as well is private. So, anyone who's private, you can't accept them up. Only the host can. And that's it. That's all. So, yeah. He knows. See, when you and I speak off this app, do we talk about anything on this app? Or
We
do
don't
we
talk about TikTok shit. We talk about this shit.
right? We don't talk about TikTok shit.
Okay, so for the people who, because I'm sure there are probably slow people trying to figure out why people are on a page. T, did your page get clipped?
Yeah, my page came back at 7:30 today. All my pages got clipped. All
The
three of
same
them.
reason why T's currently on one of my pages, right? Her page was clipped. So she was using someone's page. T, did you put in the chat that it was you in the comments or something? Like we was trying to go up there?
No,
No, because I couldn't go up there.
she couldn't go up there because
I
her page was
called.
split.
I called and I said I could call. I need to do it from the phone. I couldn't go up in the panel. I didn't have a page. So I called Sinister. I said, can you call or go up in the box and tell AJ? I just wanted to go up and clear up. And I'm glad I couldn't. I'm actually glad I didn't. But just for the part of me clearing up the part that I ain't sent no last text message.
Okay, so I guess they're trying to debunk if someone has a private page, if our mods can see them. Mods, am my mods in here? Is there any mods in here right now?
Rozay, you know that's the truth though.
But we love a good debunk.
Oh, because we can't. If you're a mod, we can't see private accounts. If
I
we
love a
just
good
in that
debunk.
request box.
I love a good debunk. Actually, I'm here. Okay.
But
Can you
people
T?
rather
You're
choke on a
also
lie than
T.
digest
This
the truth.
page that you're on has my privileges. Do you see Pooh in the queue?
I don't know how to use it. How do I use it? Guess?
At the bottom, you'll see guests. Like you'll see like plus 1, 2, 3, whatever. Is anyone
No, I don't
mods? Can
see
y'all see
anybody in the
Pooh in the
queue.
request?
No. There isn't even a number up there.
If y'all see Pooh in the request, bring her up. Because I'm looking at her.
Rozay, you already know you the
How
only
about
person that
this?
can look
How
them
about
up.
Pooh go over there and request up and let a mod let her up? How about we debunk it on their page? See, people love to play this game. So how about Pooh go over there, requesting their panel, and see if a mod can let her up? Let's see if we can do that.
They don't care. They probably didn't even talk about it.
Cause I don't even be on TikTok that much. I don't even go live that often. But even on pages that I mod for, I know for a
There
fact
go Pooh right there,
not
y'all.
Here
see
you
up
go,
the box.
Rose. This all you get.
That's Pooh right there, y'all.
So y'all know, I left the nigga alone and I've been dating on my own. I've
Let me
been
see the
trying
nigga.
to move the fuck around. Okay? I've been minding my motherfucking
I
business.
want to see his
Oh, he look
face.
No.
familiar. He look familiar. They look like
No, he don't. He don't even live out here.
they look
He
like
a
Hulk.
fireman. He a
Ooh, don't y'all
fireman
stand
and
with
he
a
don't
bitch
even
talk
live out
about a
here.
nigga look
Is that
familiar,
Hulk?
bitch. Ooh,
That's us
I hate
bowling.
that shit.
Is that Hulk T?
You said what? Hold
And
on.
I have a picture of his face. He's the one who asked me to take the picture.
Don't y'all hate when a motherfucker get to talk about bitch? Y'all nigga look familiar. Hello?
Is
He
that
don't
Hulk?
even live a girl. He don't even live out here.
Oh, is that
No.
fireman?
That man, you don't see no goddamn
Not they
no,
said it look like
he
Fire
ain't from
Man.
no, he don't even got no TikTok.
Said he is a fireman, not that it is
What the hell
fireman.
just happened?
She
Yeah.
said
Whatever.
he
I'm just
is a
naming names.
fireman.
Y'all should know when somebody playing and
Talking
when
about the
somebody being
comment.
serious. Dang.
So thank you
So
for
again,
having me.
that people can say, like I said, I'm doing what I could do. I'm moving around.
I'm sorry,
Fireman
Kate.
is
Thank
You
you
know what
for
I'm
crazy.
having me.
saying?
I have to drop now. I keep getting messages, but thank
But
you.
I
Why
don't
you
gotta
can't
tell
see in my
everybody that.
camera?
I was saying he looks familiar from
That
TikTok
is not
No,
people,
shit
Unruly.
is not.
Unruly,
not familiar from
Unruly is
somebody I
choppy.
used to deal with.
Do he know I love another? Oh, let me say this.
My
Hold on, let me
sister
say
can't
this.
sit with me.
Hold
What the
on,
fuck?
Rose. Do he know I love another man? Yes, because let me explain something to you. I've always said you can love somebody and leave them. If you can sit here and say, I don't love this person no more, did you ever love them? You can love somebody and leave them. You can leave somebody and move on with your life and still have love for them. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why y'all think it is. So I don't talk about my ex to him because ain't no need for me to talk about my ex. I'm not giving nobody a measuring stick on how to treat me because of how somebody else treated me. So I no longer talk about my exes to a new guy that I date because the more that you talk about your ex to a new guy and how they did you wrong, that gives them a playbook on what they can do to you and say, well, you dealt with this with that nigga. Well, I ain't do nothing that bad. And I'm cool on that. He don't need to know everything I've been through. Unless he hearing it on the app or he's reading it in my book. But if you think I'm gonna be sitting up with him talking about the next nigga, I'm not. I'm not sitting up with him talking about what my ex did to me. I'm not spending our date doing that.
I'll be back over there with you. You just gotta suffer until about. I'm gonna make you wait until about 3 more months, and then I'll be back over there with you.
All right. I miss you so much.
I know you miss me. I'll be over there soon.
Like I say, I'm learning. I learn as I go. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning.
Well, both lives have been amazing. This has been a lot of information. Hopefully, this is over with now because Evelyn did say that the live taught her a lot today, and that it taught her that she is too good to be dealing with this type of situation, and that she will not be giving her body to him anymore, and she will not be dealing with him in that capacity anymore. So hopefully she takes that and also applies it to having to reach out to women that he deals with. So hopefully, T, maybe you won't be getting any more messages. She's saying that
Hopefully not.
she's saying that she's on a journey. She's not gonna deal with him anymore. She realizes her worth. For you, T, I don't know. You said you know, good stance, good stance. You don't know what comes tomorrow. So hopefully they hold Evelyn to that same standard. Hopefully, you know, she doesn't come back messaging you anymore and then they have to clock her T, you know, like they're clocking yours, you
Oh,
know.
girl, they ain't clock
So
nothing. They ain't even clock. Matter of fact, the host chuckled at the cut. It was a chuckle. Oh, I didn't. You know, you know, it's no, there was nothing clocked.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop down, guys. This was good. T, you stay strong, okay? You stay strong. You got this.
3 weeks down, a lot more to go.
Isn't
Three
it three?
weeks
I think it's
down.
almost four. I think it's almost four. It's closer to the month than not.
You
Don't
can
lie, it be
keep it
hard
up.
to let that one little
It
thing
be
go
hard,
now. I
but
can't
she
sit
got
up here
this.
and cut
She
one of
got
my little
this.
things in the comments, and I'm
You see,
like,
you know,
the
what I'm
head
saying.
was kind
She
of
got this.
You
nice.
know that one thing be like, fuck.
The head was kind
But
of.
that's because you know it's gonna be good. You know,
And you know what? To be
don't.
honest, we haven't talked. Matter of fact, this is crazy. We haven't talked since like 3 weeks. But we ain't messed around since when. Remember when I told y'all we watched the Gladiator movie? When was that? When Dime was doing that live, and all that shit was going on. Um, when I was in Dime panel, and when I went up on that lady panel on Empress Live, and I was like, "Bitch, you don't know what the fuck you talking about," and I cussed that lady out on Empress panel.
I don't remember.
That's been a long time. Do y'all remember that
A
night?
lot can happen since then, T. I don't know.
The lady who was trying to tell recap and was saying, and I cussed her out on Empress Live. I don't remember her name.
Well, I do
Empress
know you
remember.
dealt with him August the 24th. Mm.
Yes. And she was watching through the window. January 22nd, that was the last time we slept together. No, I know we spent about, I don't know. It definitely ain't been, it definitely ain't, it definitely wasn't in March. We ain't messing around in no March.
The I don't know is
So we
crazy.
actually haven't
So
slept
it
together
was
longer than a month.
February.
Hey
But you
y'all.
got this, girl. You got this. Stay
Well,
strong.
we definitely haven't slept together in over a month.
Put on your
Rudy said
chest.
it's over a month, and that's a long time for him.
He did.
Yeah.
Put
He
on your
keeping track.
chastity belt, okay? Put on your chastity belt.
She ain't gotta put
Yes,
on
I
her chastity
did.
belt. She just got to not fuck that nigga. She ain't
I
gotta
done
put on
told
no
on my,
chastity belt.
told
Just
on
don't
myself for
fuck
what?
that nigga.
I mean, she can get a key to somebody else, but don't give it to him, okay?
Well, somebody said I told on myself. I legit came live and was telling y'all we watched the Gladiator movie and I had that vision about the TikTok shit and the new Gladiator movie. Y'all don't remember that live? Well, my people remember that live. I told y'all me and Unruly was watching the movie.
I'm gonna give this piece of advice, and then I'm gonna drop. Just if you do decide to spin the
Oh,
block, you know,
sorry.
spin the block, take an Uber or a Lyft. Please don't let that woman catch your car outside his house.
Yeah,
She
because if
gonna
she fuck
get
with my
you.
car, if she
It
fuck with my
don't.
car, I promise you, I'm going.
See,
If she fuck with my motherfucking car,
let me tell you something. Tea
Get
time.
dropped off.
If you spin that block, you better not tell
Don't get dropped
nobody.
off. Park
Tell
the car
nobody.
around the block so
Oh,
he can
let
go
him come
to
by
it.
your house. Don't
Keep
go
it a
over
he
there.
do
secret.
he do come to like his mom lives with him. So
It's
if
safer for you
like
to
Not
for
the
him to
Uber
I
and
come
the
to
used
your
Lyft.
to
house.
I
Tea
used to go to his
time.
house all the time, but
Don't
now
go to
his
his
Time.
mama
house
live
no
with him. He
more.
come to
How
my
about
house
that?
more than he
Y'all meet
came to his
somewhere
house.
Tea
else.
time. If you spin that block, you don't
Don't
tell
even go to the
nobody.
house.
Keep it to
That was around
yourself.
February, Chrissy.
At this point, y'all need to do hotels only.
Keep
Y'all
it to
said you who
yourself,
say
T.
who's to say I
Keep it
don't
to
use
yourself.
protection?
Don't tell nobody, T.
You
Don't
said
tell
you was
nobody.
nasty, T.
I am nasty.
You said
But
you was freaky
but
nasty. You
let me
did
tell
say
y'all
that,
something.
T,
And
on
since I'm
bar
not on my
panel.
page, well, let me say this. Since I'm not on my page, and since she can't stalk me from here. I'm nasty. He complains about the shit that I say that I do. People think I do that with him. I don't do that with him because I don't feel comfortable doing that shit with him because I don't
Uh,
trust him. It's a lot of shit that I don't do with him because I don't trust him to do that shit with.
Like what? Give me an example.
A lot of shit.
Ugh.
It's understandable. Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing y'all don't know. There's a lot of things I don't that I could
Mhm.
do and be nasty, nasty. I'm not. And he complains about that. He was like, "You be talking that shit on TikTok. You don't do that shit with me." I said, "Nigga," and I'm not doing that shit with you.
What you be want to do?
Get
A
an
lot of
example
shit.
Evelyn said.
Give me a little
I
example.
said that earlier. Like anal. I love anal. I don't do that with him.
T, I'm gonna tell you something. I tried it twice. The first time, baby, it was hell, but the second
I'll
time,
ride,
I'm
I'll ride that,
telling
I'll ride that shit. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all remember she was like, and your hole is too big, and he only goes in your bottom. That's how I knew she watches my TikTok. Right there. It was
Gotta
at
be
that moment
drunk,
she
drunk,
fucked
drunk
up.
to get that anal. You
No,
can't
you
be
don't, girl. All you
sober.
gotta do is
You
rock.
can't be sober
You,
getting that up
yes,
there.
you can.
Honey. I had to be, girl. I was totally wasted
you.
when I did.
Aries, you gotta lube it up, girl. I'm
You
telling
gotta get the
you.
bloop. Once it do the bloop,
Pussy.
let me tell you, girl. Once it do the bloop,
You gotta
What's the
lube
blue?
it
that's when
up.
it's in there. That
What's
bloop is
the
going.
blue?
It's when it get in there. You know how it's like they be trying. First of all, you got to take control. You can't let him take control. You can't let no nigga ram you. That's the problem. Y'all be letting niggas just ram up. You got to have the control. So you just, you motion it same way you work it through, and then you hear that bloop, and then you just be like, because once it's in, it's in.
That
So
is
it drop
No,
true.
in
no,
that. So the blue
it
it
ain't
drop
no
in there.
blue. That ain't
And
like
Aries,
that ain't like the front.
you can always train it. You get your little small little you can
It
wear it
ain't no
all
blue
And let me
day.
tell
in
y'all
no
this.
booty.
Let
Wear it
me tell y'all
all
this.
day.
It's the best orgasm I ever had.
Best. I mean
It
B
do feel good now.
capital
It's something I
BEST.
don't know. It's
Okay.
something about that. That
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker.
Bloop sound like something dropped in the toilet. I don't like that.
It do sound like
I don't
something
like
dropped in the
that.
Well,
toilet.
it went the
I don't
opposite
like
way. It
that.
dropped in your
Yo,
A
every
anus.
little
time she said
bit.
blue, all
Bloop,
I'm
A
thinking, that's
little
why I keep saying it's like the dick just dropped down in there, like it dropped in.
bloop.
Bloop is
So
crazy.
that's what I'm saying.
I
It's
kept my booty virginity
people think
until
he
I
get
got
all of
married though.
these,
Y'all
even
making my
her.
You can
asshole
say that for
pucker.
your
Like
husband.
that's what I'm saying. It's he don't get all that
I'll
of
be
me.
clenching like a hoe. What the
It's a
fuck?
lot of stuff he
Rose,
doesn't
you
get
gotta
of me.
relax. You gotta
Shit.
I done
relax.
tensed up talking about
Yeah, you gotta relax.
Bad Bloop sound like the ER visit.
you lost me at Bloop.
Y'all
That
gotta
is
Pew,
understand.
true.
I
I ain't
am. Y'all
dropped
have
a
to
dick in my
understand.
ass like that, nigga. That
Rose,
shit
you
better
have to
not go
understand.
Bloop.
I am a Libra, and we are pleasers by nature, and that's a
I
real.
love
That
Libras.
can
But
be a real
Libras, y'all
toxic
Libras are
trait.
crazy.
We crazy as fuck. That's why you gotta find that balance.
I didn't try that until I had a whole lot of oysters. We was on Bourbon Street. I had a lot of oysters and a whole lot of drinks. And
Somebody
when me and
said,
my
"Is this
husband went to the
grooming?"
hotel, I said, "Put it in my butt," and he was like, "What?" I said, "Put it in my
Somebody said,
butt."
"Is this grooming?"
Is what? Is this what?
I consent. Everybody put hashtag I'll consent in the chat.
Let me
Okay,
ask
now
you a
it's time
question
for
about that, Rose.
bed.
You know what? Let me ask you a question right there, and then I'm gonna ease out because I know I'm gonna get dragged by my scalp.
You ain't gonna get dragged in here.
Not by you, but they gonna drag me in the streets. Lately, I've been hearing a lot of people saying, in order to be groomed, a person has to consent,
No.
right? I know. So if that's the case, in order to be groomed, a person has to consent. Because I've been hearing a lot of women say that. Why is it then when younger women date older men and they say, I want to date him, why do we then tell them, no, baby, you being groomed?
Well, I'm not
I'm
going
a
to
mute.
answer that, and I'm not going to go into that debate because it can go all night. People don't
No,
know the
it don't
definition
have
of
to. I just want y'all to think about
right.
it because a lot of people have been saying you have to consent. If you consented to it, there's no possible way you can be groomed. Am I lying, Proxy? Have people not been saying that?
That's not how grooming
So you
works.
so
Hold
okay,
on.
so let's
But not how grooming
so you
works.
so
Hold
okay,
on.
so let's
But
be clear.
Hold
Let's be
on.
clear. To consent to a,
Am I lying that that's not been said on this app?
that has. We consent I had to
Okay.
read a message. We consent okay. Oh sorry. To consent to something doesn't take away from the fact that you can be manipulated. No one consents to manipulation. That's crazy. If like no one consents to a person being vindictive towards you and using you to exploit you unbeknownst to you. The grooming is unbeknownst to you. You don't realize that is happening. You know you feel away, but that person tries to reassure you that the thing that you're feeling that you know is wrong is not wrong. Right? It's like a person. Okay, a lot of us have had. Most of us in here are women, and most of us have had grown ass men try to talk to us. And if we're gonna be honest here, ladies, because this is the garden, there's nowhere else. We know what it looks like for a nigga to gaslight you and try to convince you that it's okay for his grown ass to be talking to your young ass.
That it was that. Yeah,
We
continue.
know what it looks like. We know what it feels like. We know the shit that they say, the shit that they do. We know how they navigate the situation. We know this. We know how they handle it in private, how they act versus in public, how they act. We know what that looks like. You consented to texting the nigga. You consented to talking, but you didn't expect the motherfucker to do the shit that they're doing. You didn't know what their intentions were. The grooming is their intent. Their intent to harm and exploit you in different forms or fashions. And it's always negative.
So
Be
some,
groomed by
because I
somebody
think
for
people are gonna keep, hold
years.
on, because I said it, I keep are gonna keep using my words and twisting them. Somebody said, is this not the same environment that chef was made synonymous to grooming is to who? No, it was not an environment. It was by a person's logic. If a person says this is that, then does that mean this is that? It was not saying this has to be that. What the question was if this is inappropriate, well, what's the difference with this than that? That's what I said.
I think
So
he was
all of
just
y'all to
being
keep trying to
facetious.
You could
play. No, I
be,
was
yeah,
being dead
yeah.
serious.
You could be groomed by
Oh, I'm
somebody for
sorry. I thought you.
years and they not touch you physically. You could be groomed by somebody for years and they not physically touch you or physically take it to that level.
Okay,
So
how about that? How
Remember,
about
y'all
that?
remember when the little girl married her
Wait, because somebody
stepdad?
said 20-year-olds having
Y'all remember the
conversations
little
with
girl that
50-year-olds.
married?
That's not the conversation. You as a 50-year-old woman, again, I as a 50-year-old woman can have conversations with younger women about how to protect yourself, how to, get comfortable with yourself. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Am I saying that she was doing it wrong? I'm not. But in the environment in which it was not in my opinion, I don't know if it was an educational environment or not. But if we're saying that I'm too old to be arguing with a motherfucker, I'm definitely too old to be taking my body parts out and putting them in my mouth and showing all of my. If I'm too old, if I'm above arguing with you, I'm definitely above being sexual with you. Because if I can't argue with you, why the fuck can I fuck you?
But y'all do remember when that little girl stepdaddy
Like, so
married her
stop
when she
saying
turned
that.
18. He was around her whole young years, never touched her, anything like that. But once she became 18 years old, he married her. Y'all remember that story?
Right, but they were
And then
also
they got
saying that,
divorced
and they
because she was
also
too
said,
old
Yeah, and they
now.
and
got
then they
divorced.
also say that that was grooming, right?
That was very much grooming.
And that's my point. That's
Yes,
my
it
only
was.
point. I'm not saying that that was actually grooming. I'm not saying she's a groomer. I don't think she's a groomer. When you using somebody's logic, it's saying, okay, well, just like you said, T, you say, well, T, if you saying this, does that mean this? It's making a person look in the mirror at maybe I'm saying something, and then I gotta also stand in what I'm saying when it comes to the things I do. That's it. That's all.
So why you think that Chef is so adamant to try to convince everybody that she's not a groomer? Why you think that bothered her so much? Out
I
of
don't know
everything that
because
you've
they.
said.
I have no idea because people lied and said that that was the first time that. First of all, I didn't call her one. I asked the question, but people say that that means I'm insinuating. You know, so when a motherfucker said, "I wonder what else she does with AI," what's that insinuating?
I think it triggered her because I heard her saying something about when she was five, something happened to her.
So what
But
does that
this
got to
was
do with?
yesterday or the
But
day
that
before
wasn't the first time
yesterday.
she was. That wasn't the first time. So did it trigger Blue Heart when she said, "I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you and suck your
Look at her
penis,"
because
even
Uh,
though
she
he
doesn't
had a
think
boyfriend?
she doesn't look
I
at
don't know.
herself as a
I'm just
groomer.
telling you. I'm just telling you.
That's the truth. She doesn't look at herself as a groomer. So when y'all put it on her, she's
Nobody
being
put it on
defensive.
her.
Well, no, with the question, because I know I heard the blogs. I know that you only asked and you did a comparison because what she did, I did listen to everything on the blogs, even though I wasn't in your room that day. I heard it. All right. But the thing about it is, she doesn't look at herself as that, so that's why it triggered her.
I can understand that,
He
but why
said,
blame
I'm telling
somebody?
you,
Why
she
blame?
said
Okay, but
she
why
was
blame
triggered
somebody?
because she was groomed. That's what she said.
So she went live yesterday and decided to do a tell all about her life and
Yeah.
spoke on being groomed from the age of 5 and up. And I
Hmm.
guess what's interesting to me is she had more energy for UT than she had for Sobe, who was the one who's actively saying that she is a groomer. He's the one actively saying it,
So
not you.
here's the
And then
thing about,
someone
hold on,
asked
here's the,
her,
and I know
oh,
people gonna say, oh, we back on this again, and I wasn't back on Chef,
We
but
can
I was
talk about
back
whatever the
on.
hell we want to talk about. I
Yeah, so let me
asked.
say, this question wasn't specifically for Chef. It was specifically for the people that usually are using these kind of words when it fits their narrative to now justify the shit and say, oh, well, it has to be consensual. I mean, well, it's consensual, so that can't be, or everybody lies. What's wrong with a little lie? You get what I'm saying? So that was more to those people that decide, let me justify the things that I usually say, that's unacceptable, or you know what I'm saying. So I'm not, this is not to her. This is why I don't let people give me flowers, because I don't need nobody lying in my face telling, justifying my fuck shit when I to make me feel better about my fuck shit. Tell me I'm wrong, I'm okay with that. Yes, I was wrong. Don't tell me I'm wrong when I'm, don't tell me I'm right when I'm wrong. Right? Not saying she's wrong, but don't sit here and be like, well, yeah, it was a lie, but everybody lies. But when Pink Panther came out, it was like, you're a liar. Well, everybody lies. You know what I'm saying? So hold that same logic. That's all I'm saying. So that was my question. It was like, um, why is it now that grooming has to be consensual? I mean, that when it's consensual, it's not grooming. Why is that rule changed now? And not be Chef never said that. Other people were saying that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, remove Chef from this, because when it's the what, people actually care about the what, right? That's this topic. Not, well, that only applies with who I like and who I don't like. That's all I'm saying. So
I
Depending
think
on
using the
it
word
depending on the
grooming was
who.
what
It
I think
depending
the
on
word
the who.
grooming is what
yeah,
the word grooming is what threw the whole conversation off because grooming is a process, right? So the word grooming, when you threw that out there, that I don't know how to
I
explain it.
didn't throw it
Like,
out. Okay, let me say this.
no,
That
when you
is
ask
not
the
the first,
question, when you ask
right?
the
But that is
question,
not the first time. The
but
purpose of me asking the question is
you could have
because
said like it was
I couldn't
inappropriate
have
or
said
whatever.
shit.
The
I
word
said what I
grooming
said. I said what I said. And when I did take it
is
back, hold on. When I said what I said, I then was like, you know what? Let's take that out. They still said, well, you still said
you
it,
did, you did, you
right?
did.
So either y'all want a person to be like, you know what? I probably shouldn't have said that word. I probably should have used something else, right? When I
Yeah.
did say that, it was still what it said now, right? So we can't, let's not say what I should have said, because when I said maybe I could have used a different word, everybody was down my throat.
No, what I'm
You know
saying
what I'm
is that
saying?
they're holding on to that one word. Even though you didn't take it, you said I shouldn't have said that word. That's the only word they're holding on to. They're not hearing the question you asked. They're not hearing the comparison you made. They just heard that one word and ran with it.
I get that. But when it was said that she groomed me, she have that same energy? When it was literally said that
I
when
remember
she was
they
at my
said you
house,
They
was
she
her.
call her
groomed
Chef
me.
Diddler.
I remember
They
they
called
said
her
that.
Chef Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all sat there and said yesterday, nobody ever called her a groomer on this app. That is a
Mm-mm.
lie.
They was calling her Chef Diddy. I remember.
Yeah. Who set
They
up the
said that
It
live?
was a lie. I
yesterday.
can't remember the people
They said
name.
that
Because when I
yesterday.
was in Virgo's live, I actively said she's heard worse. She's absolutely heard worse. Last year she heard a lot worse. They called her freaking Diddy. That's
That's
worse
when I
than
that's
And
that's
when
my
I
that's
twin,
that's that's
twin,
worse
hold
than being
on.
called a damn groomer. They
Where's
called
my
her groomer
twin?
and they called her Chef Diddy.
that's when I
And
Twin.
she
first
sat up
got
there
to
and
this
act
side
like the
of
only
TikTok.
motherfucker that said that shit was you.
Okay, what
So that's
twin?
when I first got to
Hold on,
TikTok.
Sassy Black. Where my twin
No,
at?
I remember that.
Okay,
I
hold on.
remember
Where my
when
twin
as
at?
the
Hold
chef was
on.
going over there
T come in a
spending the
different
Everybody.
night.
box. T come in a different box.
Well, when
That
chef
was
was
when I first got to this side of TikTok, Rozay. Like that was one of the first stories I heard about was Steph and T, and then the little what's it called, Discord shit. That's my first time even experiencing messy talk.
when she went
So
in the
I was new
Discord,
to
they
this.
was just saying
Rose,
that
get
because
rid
chef
of the
was sitting up
picture.
there. Chef ended up getting her goddamn truck repo just go goddamn tea
Don't
time.
do that,
Girl,
Aries. Don't do that. That
girl,
is
But
she
not
she
why
could
she.
have.
no,
That is
she
not
put it
true.
out there. No, she'll put it
That
out
is
there.
not true. That is not why she got her truck repoed. And that ain't got shit to do with this.
Well, she was
I
traveling. She
listen.
was
I'm gonna say
traveling.
this. I don't care if she don't defend me, whatever. Don't do that. Don't throw that. Don't no. That
No,
ain't
I'm
cool.
telling them. I remember around that time when they was sitting up there saying that shit about her. When they was saying that she was grooming you. That's around the time her truck got repoed. I can't leave it out. I got it.
That don't got nothing to do with this
God
though.
damn it, Aries. Just
But
drop it.
that was around that time, though, tea time.
That's not cool.
We don't care about that.
Hold on.
One
Okay.
of
Let
the
me say this real
people.
quick. I need to holler at my twin. Twin.
Oh, twin not allowed over here, baby.
I was
I
Who
know.
your
just
I
about
just
to
want.
twin?
I want
say.
to ask my twin. Twin.
Who twin?
Nobody,
I ain't gonna say her
Rose.
name.
I like your
Twin.
picture.
Can you tell the people who put the whole thing out there?
I've been saying this all yesterday. Oh,
Twin put that shit on the
and the
floor.
shorty crashed out after that shit.
Is Twin even in here?
Yo, twin crashed the fuck out after I
My
called that
twin,
shit
my
out.
twin stood on business.
But wait, do you know what your twin said?
What my
Did
twin
you hear
say?
what your twin said? Your twin said that the only way that she would ever apologize to Sheffy is if she had a fucking to her dome, fully loaded.
Oh,
And then she
He
said she
said,
probably
Keep that
still wouldn't
twin out
he
of the
said it
apologize.
even
game.
then, bitch, you'd have to take my life before I apologize for that shit.
oh.
And
And
she
And
who
then
let
she
your
said,
twin out of the game?
and then she said she run her. She said that bitch. Hey,
Drop it, Rose.
I didn't know none of this happened. When the fuck? And y'all
she
talking about
said,
me and Unruly? I know
Listen,
you
she
motherfucking
said,
lying.
she said she run that bitch, including Bree, after she exposed Bree's news while she held her moose knuckle like a motherfucking
Hold
pit
on,
bull puppy.
Rose.
That note
I
I'm gonna
know
drop because
goddamn
you keep
well.
bringing up that
I
fucking
know
moose knuckle
goddamn
and it's gonna
well.
piss me off.
Y'all see
Let
my
me do
twin. My twin
it.
is gonna get y'all because y'all know my twin stand on business and y'all over here paying attention to me and Unruly. Twin, fuck it up. Fuck the streets up. Cause you
Oh,
did all that shit and they ain't even talking about it. You motherfuckers is
oh,
wrong.
Rose, that's what you was talking about earlier when
My
you
twin,
said
my
somebody
twin,
had
my
did some
twin stand on
diabolical
motherfucking
shit
business and
last
y'all
night.
ain't clocking that shit.
and not only that,
Twin live, tell my twin I said I'm gonna go live for her. Twin, come over to my live. Fuck the streets up.
And you know
hashtag
what?
keep
I
streets
take it
out.
back. I ain't coming back to your page since that's your damn twin now. I ain't coming
I'm
back over
sorry,
there.
Aries. I'm
Ooh,
so
and not
sorry.
only that,
get on,
that
Aries.
she
Twin been
said that
defending me.
she said she would never
He was playing
apologize,
your
and
face, and then
You know I
she
know.
said she would never apologize, and then she also followed up by saying, and if cause Chef know what the fuck she did, and if Chef crossed her again, she would do it again.
Yeah, Chef
I
knows she
feel like
deserves that.
plus size studs shouldn't take news.
That had nothing to do with the topic. Nothing to
Give
do
a
with the
fuck.
topic.
If I was my size and I was a stud,
I ain't never seen a
I'ma
stud
show this piece of slice.
I ain't never seen a stud be like, let me show you my titties. Bitch, I ain't never seen a stud perk them titties up, ho. In all my motherfucking lesbian activities, bitch, I ain't never had no stud perk them titties up for me. Bitch, with the angle, ho. And held that motherfucker like this. Bitch,
So,
I ain't never seen a
in
motherfucker
defense,
swoop they nipple up for me on a picture, bitch. Y'all studs don't know what y'all doing. Put that motherfucking brie on baddies.
We
Put
do not
on
agree with
so
what
baddies.
I was
Rose
a
is
little
saying.
confused, but my twin broke it down to me. Okay, so I'm gonna be very,
Aries gonna get you.
I'm gonna be very, you know, mild with it. My twin said because everybody was mad at me because I was asking questions because I ain't never been with no stud before,
They
and I was
said
just want to know
she
because
held her. They said she
yeah.
held her pussy like
But
the people.
my twin said she tapes it down and puts it to the back, and then she has one that lubricates by itself,
The fact
and
that
it
you're repeating it.
wait that she takes it down and she straps it to the back, and she got the thing that spins, y'all. I've always had to spin on a thing.
My
I
God,
ain't
today.
never had one to spin on me, so I might get curious because I ain't know that they have spinning.
Lord,
Where
Ace
the
be
studs
putting
at? Can the studs
everybody
enter the
out.
chat? Where the studs at?
Oh my Lord.
If you a stud, put a one. If you a stud, put a one in the chat. I'm just
She
trying to
gave
figure
me.
out.
She was very educational yesterday because didn't nobody else want to tell
We ain't
me.
got no daggers in the chat.
HB turning everybody out. First chef, now T. You know what? I get it.
Oh,
Fuck
I ain't.
that.
I ain't. I ain't.
You turn that bitches
I
that
will.
don't know
I will.
themselves.
I will go back and sit on Unruly before I sit on her.
And she
Thank you.
has announced that
Her.
she has announced
I
that
ain't
she
ready
will
yet.
be going to the back to the other side soon, and that they should not follow her over there, back
Well, can
over
you
there.
ask her if she want to have a threesome with me and Unruly?
Can T just mute? Because hashtag T is wrong.
I like threesomes, and
Oh
since he
my
liked her
Lord.
picture, I think that she would be the pick.
Bitch!
Bless
Oh,
him.
I'm allergic to stupid shit.
Oh Lord. And he was unmuted when you said it.
Rozay, you was over there with Braid with me the other day when Braid was streaming that girl live.
She gonna
Where
cuss
the
me
fuck
out.
the daggers at? Why
She
ain't
gonna
no
say she
daggers
would
in the
never
No,
chat?
touch
let
me.
me ask you
Twin,
this,
don't go too hard
Rozay.
on me. I was just playing.
Rozay, did I ask Tea Time Twin? Did I beg Braid to stream her live?
I don't recall that.
He was already streaming it, right? I think
I
he
don't
was.
even,
We was
I
up
don't even
there
remember that
talking,
night.
and somebody said she went live, and he just started streaming it. Did you ever hear me say, "Please, please, please stream HB's live"?
No, I don't recall that. I don't recall that.
Okay, somebody in the comment section lying on me as
Yeah,
You
usual.
said
high
did
is on
Chef
your
and
ass.
HB get into it for me to say this? No, I started calling her twin way back when the Pink Panther thing came out.
Child, they was already
They
saying
started
it.
calling me her twin, and I just. So here's the thing, you guys. You guys give me the label, and I just take it.
Oh God, guys,
Yeah,
there's a
that's why I'm
stud
telling you.
sighting in the chat. Look, it's a stud in the chat. Go ahead, T.
Yeah, you give me the label like
Too
when you
much
started
on J
saying
Push.
y'all started saying you Pink Panther, and I was like, okay, well let me Pink Panther it, and I just wear my pink outfit, and then I wear my pink nails, and then I just embrace what you guys tell me I am.
No, you can't do that because you're wrong. Um, yeah, I just wanted to come up here and say because
Bitch.
me and Corey were the ones that hopped up in Diamond's panel when Chef was first called their groomer. I don't know TikTok language. Don't flag me or whatever. I think if I recall, don't quote me, but I think that was Drop that said that. Since she decided to call me out early while I was
She
at work, we
did.
calling each other. I think that was Drop that said that. And me and Corey hopped up in the panel, team us, team my first baby daddy. We hopped up and we were like, no, don't call her that or whatever. Yeah. Just want to throw that out there. It was Drop Queen, by the way. Sorry. Had to get that.
Jay, you not gonna come up? I just got a question.
She want to see your titties.
Hey,
Jay is married.
Jay said she ain't no stud.
who ain't no stud?
That's what Jay said.
She not. That's not fair. Y'all better not
Jay said
laugh.
she not no
If
stud.
y'all laugh, I swear. This is why I say it's the who. Laugh. Go ahead, laugh. One of y'all laugh. Go ahead. Okay, so let's go there. I'm finna clock it. Clock it. Clock it.
Said she too
Y'all
sassy for this
said
combo.
we cannot call anybody anything that they don't identify with. If Jay says she ain't a stud, then she ain't no goddamn stud. She don't identify as a goddamn stud. She identify as what she identify is. What is that, Jay?
I ain't even laughed, y'all. That was A Simone. I ain't laughed yet. You see my eyes water? I've been
Jay
on
is
it.
just regular
She said she just
gay.
regular gay.
So don't nobody call her a stud again, or you're misgendering her.
I will not. I
It's
do
not
not.
misgendering.
I,
That wouldn't be misgendering.
I you know what? I
That's
ain't in the mood to get fussed at right now.
misappropriating, using the wrong.
Ooh, Rose, they about to fall apart.
What
Jesus.
am I? What is the word for it?
You about to cry.
But they
Oh,
being homophobic.
You're not using the right pronouns. Is that better?
Jay, Jay is just regular
I'm
Jay.
still learning. Damn it, mislabeling, wrong pronouns. No.
Lord, this is why the community don't like
Whew, this why they told y'all niggas y'all got two genders.
us.
oh shit! Oh
Did
shit!
y'all did y'all see that comment earlier? Somebody put in the comments that most of us won't be alive when summertime hit. Did y'all see that
Oh,
comment
Damn,
earlier?
was that a terroristic threat? What the fuck?
I don't know. They said
I
most
mean,
of y'all ain't gonna
maybe.
even be alive this summer. I said,
Oh, maybe.
what?
Then
Y'all
maybe
don't know
somebody
me
gonna
like
go on
that.
the
Dang.
Maybe somebody gonna go. You know, I've been feeling some coming on. We never know. You
Now,
know what
so
I
we
mean?
just gonna skip past regular gay.
It's not gonna be all
No, we're
gay gay.
not. No, we are not. No, we are not gonna skip past that, and we are not. Hey, twin,
Regular gay.
twin, don't do me too dirty.
Do it bad.
I
Do
was
it bad.
defending
You
you,
see
twin.
me?
HB
Hey,
better hold her
HB.
accountable.
Hey, twin.
Hey, Stink.
HB better hold her
My
accountable.
twin,
Or
that's my
tomorrow we getting
Hey,
on her ass
boo.
too.
twin. I've been trying to be as diabolical as you. I swear, one day when I grow up, we gonna get it. I think we kind of neck to neck. I think I'm getting there. I think I've been there. I
That's
just been
the
hiding
you
it.
know what? That's the one motherfucker on Messy Talk that I have seen say they really legit don't give a fuck about this situation with you and Unruly and
Because she's heard it.
Tyme.
Because she's heard it. This is what I'm trying to say. Motherfuckers acting slow. They've heard this shit. Sorry, I'm being ableist. Motherfuckers acting like they don't run fast.
Damn.
And did
They
y'all hear
walking in
that
slow
part
motion.
about the kink and about the wheelchair and about the that's what she get off to?
Hey.
That was
Okay, so I'm just
wild.
trying to figure out
Wild. HB is wrong.
what's regular gay?
That's what I'm trying to
Where
figure
you
out
at?
too.
What the
Well,
fuck?
I guess they said that being gay is a spectrum now.
Everybody is
It's a
regular.
what? It's a spectrum?
It's a spectrum. That's what they said yesterday.
Bitch. Y'all hoes
You
want to be
know what?
autistic so bad. Y'all hoes watch one little video on motherfucking TikTok, claim that y'all stemming. Now all of a sudden, what y'all be stemming in pussy too? What the fuck?
We all got a trait.
Y'all be stemming in like?
Hold on, can I just deflect real quick since Simone saying I'm wrong?
Hashtag T times wrong.
Simone, I faked the pregnancy. What you fake?
And I'm gonna drop on that note.
No, tell her, please tell her.
on that note.
Please tell her, Simone.
We're gonna drop.
Cause we done had our fake moments. Go ahead, please. Can you tell us what you faked?
See, this is the reason why I
And
can't
me?
hold this motherfucker accountable. See what
Listen,
y'all done did?
come on, cause we sit out. We have our toxic moments we did in relationships. Hey, Simone, what did you
I
fake?
think everybody's done that.
Oh,
We're all
she's
women.
streaming because somebody told her. They said somebody told her that we was talking about her being gay. Bitch, we don't give a fuck about you being gay.
No, we want to talk about her
They
being gay.
lied. Bad bones.
Yeah,
Bitch,
they lied about
we
you.
ain't
No, twin,
talking
stop calling my
about you.
They lied.
don't call my twin no bitch now.
They lied.
Not too much on
Bitch,
my twin.
we
Watch your
not
mouth.
talking about you.
Like watch your mouth, Rozay. Like I'm gonna have to drop
Bitch,
and go. I'm gonna have to drop from the panel.
bitch, the fuck. We want to talk about
You
you.
know what? You lucky I'm on your page because if I was sitting in here as tea time, I would not sit next to you doing no shit like that. I would drop and go in
Yeah,
the
that's
bottom.
crazy.
And she don't play about her twin.
Simone, tell them what you faked,
I
friend.
thought we were talking about HB at this moment. Okay, anyway.
No.
I think we've all done it,
No,
ladies.
what you faked, friend.
Somebody said gay light, bitch.
I
Gay
am
zero.
embarrassing. I'm very embarrassing. What you fake, friend?
Diet gay.
All of us have done it, and ladies don't lie in the comments, but all of us at one point in time. Boy, I hate Charles. This is why you don't let your ex do the X Files. So I may have allegedly faked a death once, whatever.
You fake
Anyway,
what? You fake the unaliving?
can you not, Aries? Why you unmuted?
And did you say every woman that did that?
I just
When?
love giving people
Yeah,
I
look
ain't
shit
at
to
fake
use
my
against you.
unaliving.
look at
I
all the
thought
women
about
in
it. I
the
thought
comments
about it, man. I
agreeing.
thought
You
Wait,
fake
about it. I
what
okay.
ain't
type
gonna
of
lie.
unalignment? Who's
How
unalive?
you fake this? Tell us
My
the story.
own.
You gotta tell us the story
Charles,
now.
my own.
Charles was punching through the
What?
wall, y'all.
Hey, Simone, you
Charles was
gotta tell us the
punching through
story
the
now.
wall.
How did you fake that?
Nah, Charles, bro, I swear, folks, don't let your ex do
So
no
we
X
we
file.
used to
That's talk to
have
me.
we used to have the most toxic. We used to have the confessions. Like when we had like real small lives, we would have confessionals, like the stuff that we've done that was really toxic. Not bragging about it, but just creating a space where we can be honest about the shit that we did. Because a lot of times, us as women, we would take that shit to the grave. So it's some stuff we can't tell you, right, Simone?
Yeah.
We will
Not,
never tell.
not going to jail.
We will never tell because it's incriminating.
Yes. Yes.
And nobody has, I don't think any of us have ever told
No.
yet.
No.
We haven't, no matter what you've done, we have still kept that secret, friend.
Ride or dies. Ride or dies.
So there's some things that we can never tell, but that's one that we can give you.
And that's why when y'all be telling me to hold her accountable for relationship shit, I'm like, Damn, I done did worse.
No, hey,
So
Simone, we want to know how you faked your unaliving.
I had
Tell him,
my
tell him, friend, tell him.
I had my cousin because he was cheating or whatever. And listen, hey Riz, I feel like you judging. We listening and we
I'm
not
not
judging.
judging you. I don't even know the story to judge you.
He was cheating. He was
Rose
being a
definitely
hoe.
judging.
I was in college, so I was a
Well, they
baby.
streaming.
I was a baby. I was a baby, y'all. I was in college. That's baby age, and he was
Okay,
being
baby. You was young, baby. It's okay. Go ahead.
a hoe, or whatever, because hoe penis be the best. Stay away from it. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. And so he wasn't answering the phone. So I had my cousin make a Facebook post. Who y'all judging me already? A Facebook post saying RIP to me. And I had my other cousins go comment like she gonna be missed or whatever. Woo shit, I'm sweating. And then all of a sudden, like 10 minutes later, my phone started blowing up. And I didn't answer y'all because I'm not alive. How do you answer a phone if bitch if you're there, you're there. You can't answer the motherfucking phone earlier before I die, bitch.
Wait, but my thing is, so you had all the Facebook worried about you and praying for you too.
Listen,
What?
my family ride for me. I don't know about
No,
y'all
I'm talking about
family.
your Facebook friends was scared too. They was like, "Oh
Yeah,
Lord."
yeah,
But
but
wait,
I had to
wait.
apologize to
Hold
them. I'm
on. I
sorry.
got one question. Why do niggas call the phone of the motherfucker who's supposed to be dead? Just to make sure they dead. This bitch, I done did that shit. It's bad. Let me do.
All types of
Bitch.
numbers was calling me. He was calling me from
Bad.
random numbers. He left a voicemail talking about, baby, please tell me this a lie.
That's basically.
No, bitch, you want to cheat? Yeah.
That's some evil shit.
You
That's
wouldn't
some
answer the phone when I
evil.
was motherfucking alive, when the bitches was at the house, and now you want to call me and tell me, nah. So,
That's some evil shit. Bitch, you out
so
here traumatizing niggas. What?
I
Oh, I
died for
would have
real.
hated to be her Facebook friend because I would have been down there with the praying hands and shit. I would have been like, "Damn." I was just on her live, on her post the other day. She just said she was healthy and had a beautiful life.
My
What
cousin,
happened?
baby, when I say my cousins milked it, they had a whole story about how what happened. It was a car accident. Woo!
That's
I
some
say,
evil
y'all.
shit.
So I already
You know,
know
and
it
I
ain't
and I
real, so it is what it
I
is.
I I, I appreciate that we can come together because we've done this, but it's nice when you come together and just be honest about the fucked up shit you did.
I ain't never did that.
And I mean, no, you didn't do
Every
that, but
judging.
we've
Every
all done
judging.
something that when you digmatize this some shit, it's like I can't never tell nobody this shit. Like I had a friend, we was toxic as fuck together with Unruly. It was Unruly, and then it was her band. And we was toxic as fuck. I mean, when I be like, bitch, blow his phone up as many times as you got to. I was toxic with her. I had to unplug because we was misery partners. That bitch would be like, I need to see if he with a bitch. I'd be like, come on, let's go pull up on that nigga. Let's go do a drive-by. Like it was bad. Like it was bad. But I can say that today because it's toxic to have a friend that's willing to do toxic shit with you. It ain't gonna help you grow. You know what I'm saying? But we've all been there where it's like, fuck, I can't tell nobody this shit. Ain't nobody gonna look like, bitch, I can never tell. And then you come together with women and women be like, bitch, I got one too. It is what it is. Like, we all been in some shit where we've done some shit and it just,
You know,
and that's why you create a space for people to be open about it. And that's how you heal. To be honest about the shit you've done. So you can, if you still like, nah, I ain't never done no shit like that. I don't know what you're talking about. How the fuck do you heal if you still lying about the shit you did?
I'm trying to think of the most diabolical thing I did.
Hey, Simone, they said, how long did your unalivement last?
Yeah, how long did it last?
Brit, I done used all my shit in the book. Like, when I tell you it's all in the book. Look at Chasing the High. If y'all have read Chasing the High, I tell y'all the dumbest, goofiest shit that I've done.
Yeah, I was gone for like 3 hours. I ain't gonna lie. I had to.
You was
Alicia is
gone for three
fine.
hours.
3 hours. She in my business, girl. It was your daddy crying. Anyway, yeah, so
You
I
had
was
that
gone for
man
about three
crying for
hours.
3 hours.
Okay, so I got a question
Had to let
because
him punch some
if
holes in the wall.
I went to go see for myself if bitches was being shady. Ladies in the chat, have y'all ever faked something like a pregnancy or like something wrong with you, like an orgasm? You ever faked something with a nigga? Ever?
I know a lot of bitches done fake the
Well,
pregnancy.
not with a nigga, but I do remember I was younger and I had stopped talking to this boy like a year ago. And you know I was young, 'cause I was still saying my mama. And the girl called my mama's cell phone for me. And I answered my mama's phone and she was like, "Hey, you still talking to such and such?" I was like, "Yeah. I fuck him all the time. He tell me he love me and I'm pregnant by him." And she was so upset and mad. And but my thing to her was, even at a young age, I told her, if you're supposed to be with this man, why would you trust a stranger before you trust him? I don't talk to that man. I know for a fact you ain't seen my number in his call log in years. You're just going through his contact list. And you just calling bitches.
Shout out to the bitches who saying, "Bitch, I don't fake the pregnancy before. I don't fake." Thank you, because I don't understand why these
You never
motherfuckers
told
getting
no
me.
man I was pregnant though and went pregnant.
I have, but I
Dang,
was young
how
as
old you
fuck. I
was
was
when you
young,
did
like
it?
18, 19. I'm
So
lying. I was 19.
how
I was
long you
19,
been?
and a nigga. I'll tell y'all the story because I don't give a fuck. Let me tell y'all the story, bitch. Bitch, the very first nigga I ever laid with, bitch, that nigga was like 6, 7 years older than me. Bitch, I was like 19. I thought I was a lesbian for a long time. Okay. So, first nigga I gave this cat to, bitch, that nigga laid me down. I was on my back, ho. And while I was on my motherfucking back, that nigga was looking me dead in my eyes, digging in my shit and said, "Pink or blue?" I said, "What you mean?" He said, "Pink or blue? Pink or blue?" I said, "Pink." He said, "Oh, okay, I'm finna come in you." What? Woo! Girl. And I was like, "No, you better not. You better not." But I never pushed them off, bitch. I never pushed them off. Right. So I was on a little birth control troll, bitch. So I was like, "Yeah, we finna have a baby." And then it came, bitch. He did. That nigga came, man. He didn't know I was on that birthday first, bitch. He ain't know I had the detonator in this motherfucker. He ain't know. So, girl, the one time I let a nigga just unloaded me, bitch. It was amazing. I was like, like I could feel it. I couldn't feel shit. So, so bitch, it's a girl. Poof. so, so, bitch.
Congratulations.
So, bitch.
Wait, this is not, let me say this. This is not to encourage anybody to fake it. This is to say, ladies, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth doing that, y'all. We ain't gotta do no shit like that. We can be like, learn from us what not to do.
Hell, my death
Okay?
was worth it.
That's
Speak for
what this is for.
yourself.
This is not telling you, bitch, go fake some shit. This is saying learn from us what not to do. Because
Bitch,
there's a
that
lot of
nigga come
motherfuckers that
dropped up in
suffering
my
in
shit
silence
like
and can't
bloop.
tell their truth. Come on, baby, put it on the table.
Saying blue.
Bitch, that motherfucker dropped in me like bloop. It
Oh,
sure
you had a
did.
bloop moment.
Bitch, I
Oh,
had a
like the
bloop in one in my
booty.
ass though.
We were talking about the
That
booty.
shit
I
swam
ain't
straight to my
okay.
cervix, ho. And them motherfucking slayers, them ninjas, that ninja turtles in my motherfucking pussy said, sing. It was never gonna happen, right? So boom. The next month, right? Time for that cycle. Bitch, I was low-key stressed out. Let's be fair. I was low-key stressed out. And it was like 2 days late. I'm young. I said, "Babe, it's a girl, babe. Babe, it's a girl." And bitch, I was playing all in this nigga face, right?
Supposed to be like 5 months pregnant then.
So
Because you talking about it's a
bitch,
girl and stuff.
the problem was, bitch, I had the period because I was taking the pills, right? So the bitches who know who take the enders, okay? The bitches who take the enders, they know that to start it on, you had to take them 2 pills at the end to kickstart your cycle to come back on. If y'all taking the pills, you take it every day, right? I had forgot to take the little pills. So that's why the shit was late. I thought it was stress. It wasn't. It's because I didn't take the turn on pills, right? So I took the turn on pills and it came, but I didn't tell him that. This nigga thinking that we finna be a family. Girl, 6 months come up. No, I'm lying. About give and take about a good like month and a half. He pissed me off. We was arguing and shit. I'm not proud of this, y'all. We was arguing this shit. He pissed me off something bad. Me who was getting into it because he had me fucked up. I don't know what it was, but I was young, bitch. It wasn't even nothing serious for real. But we was getting into it. Arguing, right? Bitch, I'm on the phone. I said, ow. Bitch, y'all know I was in theater when I was a kid, bitch. So I turned the acting on. Ooh, put the acting hat on and tied it tight. I said, ow. He said, what? What is it? I said, I don't know. Something's wrong. And I hung up. Boop, boop, boop. Why I go ghost? Because he had me fucked up. Bitch, why I go ghost? And I did. I went ghost. I went ghost on that fuck nigga. I did. And I
Women are
did.
evil.
And then when I came back, after we ain't talked for, I mean, I'm talking about that nigga losing his mind, bitch. I'm talking about every motherfucking, every social media could think of. Nigga didn't know where I lived. Nigga was trying to find where I live. He was asking everybody named Mama, do you know this bitch showing these bitches pictures of me? Do you know her? And at the time I was working at the mall doing makeup and shit. And guess who was popping up? Bitch, I had found a new job. He didn't know that, so I wasn't going to the mall no more doing makeup. Bitch, so he was losing it. He was losing it. And nobody knew where I lived, right? Yeah, bitch, I faked a miscarriage. I did. And so now this nigga think like he my baby. And then I be playing in his face like, you know, like you was supposed to be my baby daddy, but you stressed me the fuck out. You got me fucked up. It wasn't meant to be. Fuck you, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, so to this day, he think I'm supposed to be like his baby mama's son. He be
We're
saying it
all
too. If
going
I was to call him
to
right now, he'd be like, you
Look,
know you
he
supposed to have
still
my
think
baby.
he really was
To
supposed
this day, right now, this nigga will tell you I'm 26. This nigga's about 5, 6, 7 years older than me. If I call that fuck nigga right now, he will say out his own fucking mouth, you was supposed to be my baby mama. You was supposed to be my wife. You was supposed to have my kids. You was supposed to because I had got this reading. The reading said of me, a girl with glasses. A girl with glasses was supposed to be my wife, my forever. Well, I guess the reading didn't come to pass.
So these men missing imaginary kids and losing their spouse. It's a lie. They
You
some
missed
mom
out.
fucked up like Jesus on the third.
You missed out.
I bet you he appreciated me after that. Not really though. Not really. Not really. Shut up.
That nigga love me real bad. But I would never tell him, and I ain't gonna tell y'all his name or show you what he look like, because y'all know I like to show y'all what niggas look like. I won't, because one of y'all hoes gonna try to tell him. Let him think he missed out on something good.
Oh, y'all women ain't shit.
And ain't. I done told a stud they had me pregnant before. Bitch, I'm real delusional. I tell a motherfucker, ooh, that dick fat, bitch, that thick ass motherfucker.
That was a story they got you pregnant.
Bitch,
I
god
know
damn,
you
do you fuck me
fucking
like you?
lying.
Trying to have your
Bitch,
back doll, bitch.
what y'all having? A Chucky doll? What the fuck? How
Ain't
you?
no Chucky
Never
doll.
mind. Let me shut up. Baby coming out
Yes, I
there. See, I'm
did,
here.
bitch.
I got
I
bad
will
for
make a
you.
bitch feel real delusional around this hoe. Nutty me. Bitch, I tell a bitch that for real. Nutty me.
I'm
I
glad y'all.
hate
I'm
it
glad
here.
y'all telling the
I
truth.
hate it
I
here.
love it. I love it when we can be honest because let me say this: in our honesty, accountability, we're able to help other people come out because that is a part of growth, right? People being able to come forth. I get a lot of anonymous letters, and I'm sure you do too, Rozay, right? People that can't come as they are and tell their truth because they're scared. You know, they're scared. They're scared of the judgment. They're scared of all these things. And I that's why I think it's important that we have no problem. Yeah, I fucked up. I'm probably still gonna fuck up next week and just own it. Like, okay, I fucked up. And in that we can help other people grow in they fuck ups. Cause we gonna keep fucking up until we die. I'm sorry to say.
Diabolical thing I could think of. My husband called me one time. He was at work. He was like, "What y'all doing?" I said, "Oh, we putting our clothes on." He was like, "Where y'all about to go?" I said, "Oh, we finna go to the park." And he was like, "What y'all finna do at the park?" I said, "They gonna play because I'm finna let them meet they new stepdaddy, and I don't want them to be in a private setting. They need to meet their dad, their stepdaddy in public first to see if they like him." He was like, "You better not fucking play with me." That nigga took off work. That's the most diabolical thing I done did. That I could think of. Shit, when I was younger, I don't know. When I was younger, I was like a whole nigga out here. I was a nigga. I ain't gonna even lie.
I ain't gonna sit up here and cap to y'all, bitch. I got some toxic moments, but it's like I be wanting to tell. Listen, for those of y'all who in the garden, who actually is in the garden, because most of y'all do not be here. But those who be in the garden, they know I be telling stories, bitch. I put pictures to, bitch. I put pictures up, show y'all what the nigga look like, the wild shit I done did, bitch. I'm still need to tell y'all about my little. Well, y'all don't know. The others do know about my little shindig, my little 6 day in love fling shindig, bitch. Listen, and I did some hot spicy shit in the course of 6 days. Thought I was in love, found the love of my life, and everything. Bitch, listen, I can't be telling y'all these stories because it be weird bitches who be listening with their earpiece in while they acting like they live paying attention to their shit, listening to try to flip that shit and use it against you. It's like it be so hard to really tell y'all what wild shit
Nothing
that
against
we
somebody that
did.
somebody done offered to give. That's one thing about it. If I
But
tell you my business, you really can't use that to hurt my feelings for real.
I mean,
no, but
we
I
could
hate when a
try.
motherfucker try to retell your story. Like, bitch, you ain't
Right.
even telling the
Yeah,
story
when they
right.
lie about it and they add on to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
literally
that.
said this earlier in the proxy. I'm like, it's not even about not wanting to tell it. It's like at some point I used to tell it to try to help other people. Like, and you could throw it in my face if you want to, whatever. But it's more so now. Okay, before I got on the messy side, which I figure I got to figure out how to get out of here, like the Wizard of Oz. I used to do these kind of lives all the time. I don't do them as much because I ended up getting dead, in a mess. So these kind of conversations cannot be had during if you in the mess, because they're not going to hear the message. Does that make sense? They're
Right.
listening for ammo. They're not listening to learn. They're not listening for transparency. People don't care about transparency unless, like, I could come and be like, man, y'all, like, let's just say I came on live in your live and I'm crying and I'm like, I'm so fucked up, y'all. I need help. Do you think people would have been as rough on me?
Mm-mm.
You get what I'm saying? People don't like to see you standing strong in your shit. They want you to fold. They want you to cry. They want to see you sliding. They want to see you, snot bubbles and stuff like that. And if you're not doing that, they like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this
Girl,
isn't.
I was on live and I was like, I was doing my makeup and I was having a moment where I was like, doing like shadow work and I started crying because I was talking about shit that happened to me in my past, right? Like shit that happened in my childhood. Bitches tried to use that shit on me, my own shit, because they thought that I was still living in that fucking trauma. They thought because I was telling them like, me, my mom got into it, da, 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 da. But they never came back for the side where I said, well, she apologized. She didn't. They didn't come back for that. They took that shit, they ran with it, and so they started running in these streets like, Rozay was on that crying about her mom. She didn't worry about it, bitch. Now I'm back on live telling these motherfuckers we didn't have a conversation. Like she apologized. Like y'all, we getting somewhere. Like we healing. Da 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 da. Them niggas don't want to come for the healing part. They just want to come for your trauma just so they can use that shit against you. And that shit is crazy. So you can't even really tell motherfucker. You can't even be your fully authentic self without people trying to take that shit and flip it because they mad at you or because they wish that they could have a relationship with you. Half the time, I be feeling like motherfuckers be really wanting to have you around, but it's like it just go against whatever the fuck they got going on or the shit they just said already, type shit.
With you. It's
Cause
it
like,
is fucked up how people on this side of TikTok they laugh at people's pain, and that person's pain can be your pain at any day. Like you said earlier, never say never, Rose. And it's crazy how some people can be vulnerable and they can tell their stories, and then next week or while they telling their stories, even people in the comment section sitting up there attacking them about something that's hurtful. And one thing about it, which whatever make you laugh now, it'll make you cry later,
yeah,
and that's a fact.
yeah. So for those people who and I have to say this. I know a lot of people in here. They have been in my lives, used to be in my lives, don't come in my lives, whatever the case may be. Like I really do think that when a lot of stuff be going on in these streets, and I feel like this is the perfect time to say it because y'all in here, don't take everything like to heart. Because as y'all see, people will sit in the same spaces later on. Bitch, y'all seen a couple bitches who actively act like they motherfucking hate my guts, bring they happy ass in this live, and I let them sit here. But one I did have to check, I ain't gonna lie. But
You ain't let Eric see her. Okay.
I did let her sit here the first time.
God damn it,
But
Aries.
let them sit and let them talk. Let them get their shit off. They in the chat. They doing this. They doing that. They speaking freely. A whole lot of motherfuckers who came up in here who actively had issues with me on a motherfucking hate train. But when they hear that, they welcomed it to a space. I feel like if a motherfucker bring their ass in here, knowing that they done said everything and then some, and come into your space and feel comfortable to sit up on your panel, I promise you that bullshit that they said at their mouth, they don't feel that strongly about it. In the moment, it sound like some strong shit. In the moment, it sound like, oh, this person really fucked up for real. In the moment, these motherfuckers said they'll never come up in my space. F Rozay dot dot dot, and you see almost every last one of them in this bitch or streaming this bitch. That should tell you everything y'all need to know. That should tell you that they had the potential to support every live stream, some way, somehow, but they choose not to. That's some shit y'all should pay attention to.
This is why when the young lady got upset with me about me saying, when she said all negative marketing isn't good, but I explained to her as it is though, because hey, I'm Ruli. um,
Huh?
yeah, he just came in the room. I'm about to go.
Come here.
I'm about to go.
Hop in the queue.
But no, for real, like I think that it's like people, like
He is him.
I know you fucking
I
lying.
don't think people realize they just ate their word, right? When a lot of people were saying my life wasn't interesting for no docu-series, ain't nobody gonna watch it. Y'all just literally watched my life. Y'all are basically showing me that to know what the fuck else is going on, you're gonna watch. You may not tell nobody you're gonna watch, but you're gonna fucking watch. You get what I'm saying? So it's easy for people like, ain't nobody thinking about her, don't nobody care about her life. Yes, you do. You're invested. You wanna know.
Can y'all tap my screen? I kind of want to get to
I
a
don't
million.
watch it. I ain't watching it.
I never got to a million before.
Sure.
I'm gonna watch it. Aries gonna watch it too. Oh, really? You need your motherfucking ball. Let me shut up. Let me
But
shut
I'm
up.
gonna tell you this, like Rozay, I got mad at you because you put my name on the damn whiteboard. That's why I stopped. That's why I blocked you because you had put my name on the goddamn board. I saw you in the blogs.
But she
I didn't
erased
listen
it.
on the live because I was asleep. But then a blogger caught you and you had put my name on that board.
Do y'all know that that
I'm gonna
whiteboard
go
was on a
ahead and
lot?
block her since she think I'm a liar.
But do y'all know that the whiteboard was not my own thoughts? It was the comments.
But,
That
well,
mother-
but it pissed me off when I saw that because I'm like, why would Rozay say I'm a liar?
It was 800 people in my live, and they said your name so much that it popped up and said most said in the live times 50. You think I'm not gonna put your ass on the whiteboard?
Well, you had put me on board. A lot of people need to understand me and T Time relationship. It's like we sisters. We fuss. We argue all the goddamn time. People know that shit. And I stay away from her ass for a little while. Then I take my ass back over there after that.
And I
It
and
was
and I
so many people that was mad. Listen, my live has always been what the comment
I'm
cousins
okay with
think,
that.
right? Respectfully. This I personally feel like my live had always been what the comment cousins think, and y'all able to speak freely about this shit. I always said y'all have a safe space to run amok. Y'all have a safe space to pop y'all shit. Ain't nobody gonna say shit to you in this motherfucker. And for a long time, couldn't nobody say shit to y'all. They would come at me, and now we'll be fighting, right? While the comment cousins was in this bitch, like, yeah, let's get it, Rozay. They be in the comments going in, and I'll be going hard for the comment cousins. All the time. That was always what it was. It wasn't until the comment cousins was like, I mean, shit. I think it took one host to be like, but it's still on you. And a comment cousins flip and was like, well, I mean, Rozay, you didn't have to do. Bitch, we was in this motherfucker together. Don't turn on me now. Nigga, we was standing strong. Don't let them turn. Don't let them turn your mind. I was in this bitch like, we was solid as one. Niggas got the flipping and shit. I was like, no, don't let them turn your mind. Then y'all niggas start getting kicked out lives and shit. That was like, well, since you want to speak freely in Rozay Live, you're kicked. So y'all started getting in people DMs, begging to be unfucking blocked and shit, so y'all could sit over there and group think with other motherfuckers. That's what happened. Everybody named Mama could speak freely in this hole. Everybody. Everybody. Whatever the fuck y'all was thinking about, whatever the fuck y'all wanted to talk about, we talked about it because that was y'all thoughts. Because nobody else was gonna talk about it, and y'all wanted me to be the voice of what the fuck y'all was thinking. So I did that. Until I started getting attacked for it. And them niggas stopped fighting. And I was like, why y'all ain't fighting? Why y'all ain't fighting?
We
I can't
fold
fight
like
by myself.
lawn chairs.
I
God
started
damn,
crashing
common
out.
cousin.
I started crashing out. I did. I got so fucking mad at y'all because I'm like, why the fuck aren't y'all saying something? Say it. Say that it was y'all. They was like, nah, shit, she the one who wrote it on the board. We didn't tell her to write it on the board.
Common cousin, stand
Bitch.
up.
But I told you I saw it on the blogs, and that was the first thing I saw. I woke up to that morning, and I was pissed the fuck off at you. So I said, let me go ahead and block her, because I don't even see why she'll put my name on that board like that and call me a liar.
Jesus needs to remove your block
Everybody.
button.
When I tell you, almost everybody name got put. I think everybody. You want to know almost everybody name was put on my whiteboard. Every fucking name you could think of. Names of people I had not even met before. Name was on that damn whiteboard. People whose story I
My
didn't
name
even
was
fucking
up,
know.
down, all around that goddamn whiteboard. I was
Now
sliding.
that was a sensitive topic though when Heartbreaker set up there and told everybody that
Oh shit! Let me
I
mute.
got
Talking about my
paid.
friend.
I got paid to be a part, play a part of that funeral for my baby. And you put my name on that board talking about something I probably was a part of it. Oh
Why
yeah,
did
I
that
That
just
blocked
come
wasn't
your
across
my
ass.
my?
thoughts, girl.
Why did that just come across my
That
Let me be
you
quiet.
did do that, Rose.
But that wasn't my thoughts.
Well, you wrote it down. I saw it on the blog.
Exactly. Them wasn't my
Yeah, that
thoughts.
was the common
Well,
cousin
you shouldn't have
thing.
been being a group thinker and wrote down what the group thinkers was right saying.
She said, ah,
I'm so
Because
glad
we
you
just
talking
clocked
about
the
let have
group
group
your
think shit, cause
own
thinkers.
don't
time,
nobody
baby.
clock it. Clock the
Mm.
group think.
You know
Okay, I
what?
guess I was being a group thinker about writing down what all the comments. Cause I ain't gonna hold y'all. If it's like I said, if it's 800 and something people in the live, it all damn near 800 say Aries, and I don't write. First of all, this how I knew I wasn't gonna be able to slip by and not do the shit. When they called motherfucking Tyme name first. Bitch, I didn't want to write it. I was trying to ignore that shit. They said, and I read a comment that said, I know you seen Tyme name. I said,
Hashtag tea times wrong.
and I wrote that
But
bitch
let me
down.
say this, Rose.
And they did the same thing with everybody.
They don't understand. That's the hard part about even as a creator, right? We sometimes we don't want to highlight the people that we do like because it's like we rather handle them, whatever. But we have to. So that's why people be like, "Well, Rose, what you think about T or what?" I can't get mad at you because people want to know your input too. Why spare me, you know, your true opinion of me or allow the conversation to be had because you know what I'm saying? I think that we should have realistic expectations of people that's creators. We shouldn't get upset because somebody has to. It's part of the job.
But
Some
that's
people.
what got me up under so much scrutiny though the first time. It was me, it was them asking me for my opinion, and I would give them my opinion based off what I was seeing. And
Right. That's
so then it came off as me being biased when I was clocking shit that I was seeing.
but
It
you only
wasn't
biased when it's not the person that you only
that's
buy.
true.
Right. So that's why I say people do value our opinions. Like I'm gonna put it like this. I got a friend group, right? I got a friend I could call when I know she gonna be like, nah, that was wrong, right? I got a friend I could call when I know she think just like me. And she gonna be like, bitch, jump. You know? I got a friend I could call and be like, I don't know. People know when they want to hear something because they want to grow from it. People know when they want to hear something because they just want you to agree with what they talking about. And people know when they just want to give a opinion where it's like, let me just be able to, process and see which way I want to go. People go where their mind is. Do that make sense? A lot of people go in a lot of these spaces and you be like, damn, they ain't clocking shit. It's because and my one of my friends, I ain't gonna say the name, has been trying to tell me that it don't matter who you trying to prove this to, yourself or them. I told her, don't laugh at me, friend, and if I'm wrong, just slap me later. She said, you trying to prove yourself to, I said, well, I just got to tell my supporters. She said, no, the fuck you don't. You ain't got, your supporters already know, T. You doing this for you. I said, okay, you right.
I
Okay,
done fell
okay.
victim to that. I
You,
think that's a
you
part
know
of
what I'm
content
saying?
creating, though. That's a part of being a content creator. When you have a level of influence, And no matter how big or small, when you have a level of influence, when you have a platform where people really do listen to you, they come to you for advice, they expect your transparency, you feel like you have to give that to them. So you get to explain to yourself. And where we get caught up at is we're talking to our people who we know are gonna understand us. And we sometimes don't really think about the other people who are not trying to understand us and who are gonna use it against you.
Right, and that's the thing. We're more busy going at. Well, I know me, and that's what some pointed out to me is like you got all these people that support you and know you telling the truth. They see it. They're purposely trying to not understand it. They're purposely not getting it. It's not that they don't get it. They get it. They just want to antagonize it. And she was like, you spend too much time going at the people that don't care to understand. So a lot of times when you're trying to get the message across, the message never gets across because you're too busy trying to make the people that don't care to understand. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
sister, one thing you gonna have to do with me, I'm special, sister. So you gonna have to learn that I got my own opinion, just like you got your own opinion. And opinions are not facts, cause you always be thinking you right all the time when you be talking to me, and you ain't always right, sister.
Right. I ain't always right. Damn.
You
When
know
it's
what?
my feelings,
Can
It's
I
a difference when, but Aries, it's a difference when we agree to disagree when we both have to. It's more so the person that's purposely trying. You know what I'm saying? Me and you, we disagree. We just don't see we don't see the same, right? Our perception is different. It's not you intentionally trying to twist it. It's just we have a different way to process things. You know what I'm saying? And it can be that it is what it is. Our processing is just different.
Can y'all tap the
But
screen
there are
so I
some
can get a
people that just
millie?
want to misunderstand. They
I
just
never had a
want
millie
to.
before.
They just want to. They don't care if you right or
twist your
whatever.
words. I'm not
It's
gonna
just
never twist your words, sister.
yeah.
I don't do that.
and I and I have something to say to Rozay regarding the incident that happened with us. So I feel like
You hurt my feelings.
I know and I always say I have a short fuse. And when I feel like I'm being boxed in because I try to be fair all around the board. And I felt like if you know when you're right, I'm gonna go to bat for you and I'm gonna defend you because I know that you didn't do nothing wrong. I feel like if it's in my opinion for what I assessed, if I feel like you tripped up and did something that put you in the middle of something, I feel like that should be valued because I've already shown you that I will ride when you right. But but I'm not fond of people who use my backing for their benefit, but then when where they feel like it's unfavorable, then it's like, oh, you going after me, you attacking me, you switching up on me, because that's not the case. And so that's what I felt like. And so it caused me to like, damn, like I can't even say because and T'll tell you, as much as people think that I kiss T ass, I don't. Me and T disagree all the time. And I'll be like, nah, T, you did say it like this, or nah, T, you did do this, or, and that is why I frequent spaces that allow that for me because I'm never going to agree all the time. And I am going to say it. I'm not saying it to be nasty or malicious or anything. I'm literally saying it because I fuck with you. And that's just how I am across the board, even with myself. I tell that shit was wrong as hell. You was real wrong for it. I say that to myself. I'm real critical of myself. So I think that I could have handled it better. I think that I could have addressed you better when you came up and you had some concerns about what I was saying. I think I could have addressed that better. I didn't have to fly off the handle on you. I could have, because as much as I like you and as much as I supported you, I could have just handled it better. But that is the reason why I lashed out because I don't like to be boxed in. I like to be able to freely, and I don't want the people that I like and support to be offended by it because I just as hard as I'll go for you when you right, I'm going to say like I felt like you was wrong in that situation. That's just my character.
Well, Proxy, I've never had an issue with you correcting me. You've corrected me in different situations. And I think what was throwing me off was the tone. It wasn't familiar. like any other time when you were correcting something or you felt something that I did was wrong, there was a certain way that you talked to me about it or that you discussed it, and I felt like I was being beat down on from everybody, even when like, and I felt like I was being psychoanalyzed by everybody, and even to the point where what my initial intentions were like, and I have a problem with just like saying okay, that's what it was, when I know that that's not what I was thinking. And because everybody had in their mind that it was one thing, and I'm like, it's not that. And then and when I said it's not that, I'm being called a liar. I got to the point where I got tired of people calling me a fucking liar, so I just conformed. Like, okay, that's what it was. Okay, all right, cool. But when I came into the live, I heard a piece of it and not the whole thing. So I was like, that's not true. That's a lie. That's not how it happened. When you went in, I was like, whoa. I even said like I didn't come at you. I didn't mean it like that. And it was done. It was done. You had said everything that you had said. And I didn't want to argue with you. I didn't want to call you out your name. I didn't want none of that. But it did hurt my feelings. Because I wasn't expected. Out of every live that I went into, I didn't expect that from T's live. Or yeah, I didn't expect that from T's live. I had just came from Dime's live, who don't fuck with me, and a lot of them folks don't like me, and they gave me more grace than the people that I did fuck with. I felt like, and that had hurt. That hurt because I'm like, how do motherfuckers who actively said they don't fuck with me like talking to me better than the people who I do fuck with, who I do care about? And I understand like people had their opinions. It was just how the tone of the whole thing. And I'm not trying to tone police. It's just I know how y'all have gone about correcting me on something.
Can I
I
can
know what
I
it
go
feel like.
can I go right before Proxy?
Yeah.
I want you to think about something too. The who matters, right? A lot of people that go against you could have been siding with you. And that say not saying that you were wrong, right? But you watch this app, right?
They
A
never
lot of
sided with me. They
no no
told me
no.
I was wrong, but not in the way that
All
y'all
in a way,
did.
okay, because I want you to understand some people
Yeah,
will
they weren't
listen
siding with me.
because of the person
I
that it is
admitted to me
about.
being wrong.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
I admitted to me being wrong. I had already took accountability. And so
Yeah,
when I took the accountability, they was like, oh, okay. I guess they gained more respect for me for even taking the
yeah,
accountability without them having to say anything. And
yeah,
they gave their opinion and how they felt about it, but they weren't like it didn't feel like a lashing.
yeah. And I apologize if that happened. If I apologize that that happened. I'm not gonna say if you feel like because your experience is valid, right? So I apologize that because I always have tried to be protective, you know, over you, and to the point where people be like, oh, you coddling her or whatever, and I was not trying not to be protective over you in that time. I did disagree with some things, but I could have. I want you, we can talk and we have a conversation on what you would have liked to see from me in that so that I can assess that as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not perfect. We not gonna always get it right. But that's why when people would be like, Zay, I'm like, I don't think Zay happy with me right now, but when she ready to talk, I'm always I've never closed that door. You know what I'm saying? I've always because I you like my little baby. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
I don't
Yeah.
hold grudges. And I don't like I can be hurt about something, but not go I didn't go on no hate train. I didn't go
No,
live and get to talking shit about nobody. Even Pross, I was genuinely hurt. I was like, this motherfucker
yeah.
called me all kind of bitches and shit. I didn't go live and be like, fuck Proxy. I did block her. I was like, oh dog. And I blocked her. But then I unblocked her. It didn't even last long. I unblocked her because I'm like, maybe it was just a misunderstanding. Maybe she'll come around. We can talk about it.
Yeah, I agree. I felt like I could have handled that better. I didn't have to fly off the handle. I think it was the because when you came in the panel, you said because I said that I think you I don't think it was a stray. I said I don't think it was a stray. I think you kind of put yourself in the middle of it because these two people have an issue and they ain't ready to address it. Like Diamond, she was doing the things that she did on the other apps and setting boundaries about stuff. And so that's what I said. And when you came up, you was like so and so, and I just remember you saying, I ain't insert my I ain't put myself in the middle of a fuck thing, and it kind of just sent me off like what the fuck, like that's how I'm not. I'm saying that's my assessment of how I saw it.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't a stray. That was like, I think you kind of like, it's like me, right? I expect people to be like, oh, you T ass kisser, you up T ass. If I get in the box to defend her, it's just that I support her enough, and I've been listening to her long enough to know that, oh, she did say this, she did say that. So when I go in the box, and the same has happened on behalf of you. The
Yeah. I
same has
think
happened in lives on behalf of you. If I go in the box, I know that they're gonna say, you just kissing Rozay ass because you like Rozay. Oh, you just against therapists because you like Rozay. It's I expect that from people because I know they're gonna do that. So I eat it because I know that's what comes with it. But it's worth it to me if I witness something to clear somebody's name. It's just
yeah.
worth it to me. From not even just the people I like, but people who don't like me too. Like,
Well, Proxy, you the reason why I really stayed away from
Wait.
live because that
Hold on,
day.
Aries. Hold on. We'll get to you in a second. Hold on. Let's close this up and then we can get to you, Aries. Now, I I think what was throwing me off was the fact that I felt like I got gaslit into believing that Diamond had not said nothing about Braid when she absolutely did, and it took for Mad Cow to pull that clip because Braid asked for it. Do y'all realize nobody would have pulled that fucking clip for me? They would not have pulled that shit for me at all because it's me. They would have just let that shit just be what the fuck it was. It was because Braid had to ask for it. He said he wanted to hear for himself. And then boom, all of a sudden, everybody got the motherfucking clip of what she said about him. So even when I was in the live and I was like, didn't you just say something about him? And then he's in the live. I'm thinking, I didn't realize I was putting myself in the middle of shit when I had heard what she had said. And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I could talk. Since you didn't say something, he here, like he ain't doing nothing crazy in the chat. It seemed like they all want to have a conversation. And then knowing that I talk to people, I have conversations on the back end, knowing that how people feel and that it don't have to be what it is. I just thought that was the opportunity. At that point, I was not trying to be messy. I really was not. I know it came off that way. I can't stop how it looked. And that's why I took accountability for that. I'm like, damn, like, okay. When I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, that was, because I was already being a little messy with somebody else. And when, okay, wrong time. The switch wasn't clear enough. And that was on me. But yeah, like, I didn't think at the time. And then once I sat down with it, I said, okay, I can see how I put myself in the middle of it. And I took accountability for that. Yeah. I think I was still triggered at that time because of all the stuff I was hearing every live. But I am also proud of myself because I didn't allow that to like control me. And that shit didn't even last long. That shit didn't even last a week. It didn't even last 48 hours. Because I knew my intentions. And I stopped defending myself to shit that I know wasn't my intention. But yeah, I apologize for making you feel like you was cornered though, Proxy.
I apologize for mishandling you. I could have had more patience, and that's something. TLTL, you always say that, like, man, I wish to learn the patience because I got a short fuse, and that shit ain't cool. Like I say that all the time, and I'm always in the lab apologizing because I done lost bets, saying I wasn't gonna go off on somebody, and then 30 minutes later I'm going off because somebody done said something, and it's just like, so I do apologize because I could have handled you better than that.
I appreciate that. All right, go ahead. Bullet, you ain't even get to say nothing. You've been up here for a minute. Then we're going to go to Aries. Go
No, let Aries go ahead. Go ahead.
ahead, Aries.
Oh, it was gonna be quick. Yeah, I had to prove to you, Proxy, that you was wrong because when I was over there talking to Time, and I was like, well, I ain't gonna make a comment no more, and you was like, yeah, we'll see. She'll be making a comment tomorrow. I said, you know what? I ain't going over there, and I'm gonna unfollow her and everything to make sure I don't go over there and comment no more. So you was the reason why I really stayed away for so long. I had a point. I had a point to prove.
Not at the expense of tea. That's crazy.
Aries be in her feelings, y'all.
At the expense of tea, you ain't gonna go on the tea line because you mad at fucking Proxy. That's crazy.
I had a point to prove because Prax was over there talking big shit. Oh yeah, she'll be right back tomorrow.
Just so y'all know, y'all done fucked my whole lace up all week.
How we fucked the lace up?
I've been getting dragged for the last 2 weeks. But tomorrow I'm gonna be a new woman, and y'all ain't gonna fuck with me.
What color wig you finna put on?
I ain't telling you.
Okay, you right. Go ahead, Bullock. What's up, baby?
Now, what I did come up here for, T was saying something before y'all did the conversation, and it was basically like how like we don't people don't take shit serious over here or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Am I right?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so a part of the reason why I like one of the things that I do disagree with T, she says it all the time. It's like we don't be acknowledging people's feelings, like we don't recognize people's like true feelings on this side of TikTok or whatever. And a part of the reason why I don't recognize some of the people's feelings on this side of TikTok is because I solely look at them as entertainment, and that's because they come off as buffoons. If I'm being honest, like if you come on here and you show yourself to be an entertainer or a buffoon or an idiot, like if that's what you want to be, like because some people just out here acting, and we know that, like if that's what they're gonna be, that's what they're gonna be, and that's how I have to look at you. But if you're gonna come on here and you're gonna try to have like Proxy just did, Proxy was like, listen, let's have a conversation. If we're gonna have a conversation and we're gonna have some intellectual parts of this too, then I can look at you and see the real parts of you. But I can't see the real parts of you if all you doing is showing a facade the whole time. You get what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I said that I think the other day. Like, if we bump heads about something, or if something comes up that rubs you the wrong way that I done said, we could talk it out. But if you come at me sideways, we definitely gonna have to duke it out because I'm not gonna back down, and I got a smart mouth. So I'm gonna meet you where you at. We can work it out respectfully, or it could get ugly. Either way, it's fine with me. Like, I really don't mind. And I think a lot of the times people think that things are really personal for me, and they don't be. Like, I can have conversations, but it's depending on how you handle me is how I'm gonna handle you. And I think a lot of the times that gets overlooked too by people. Like, they don't understand that the energy you give is what you're gonna get back a lot of the times. So
And I think a lot of times too, with y'all, some of y'all be coming with energy that's really good, where you genuinely want to have the conversation, but other people are already in character, and if they break character, then they're gonna lose that crowd. They're gonna also lose that monetization. They feel like they're gonna lose that notoriety or that proximity to fame or whatever it is that they're looking for. Um, and so it just comes off wrong immediately, and there is no space for a conversation.
I really do think that on that side of TikTok, they don't really they pick and choose who they want to get to know. They don't they like sometimes, and I'll say like for right now, I'm sure it's a whole lot of people in here that heard a whole lot of crazy shit about me, T, and other people that's been in here. And they're sitting because now they're learning shit. And now some of them is like, damn, I actually like this bitch. Damn, she might be a little annoying. Her laugh is stupid, but I could get with this a little bit. Okay, okay. She might be dramatic, but I see it. I like it a little bit. And so it's like they don't get to know. And then the people that they choose to get to know, I'm not gonna say it be the wrong people. I just be feeling like they be getting to know them folks character, like the character that you was talking about, Bullet, the persona. They don't get to know the actual person. And when the actual person pop up, they convince you that that's just because of anger, or that's just because of the moment. No, bitch, that's who the fuck that nigga is. That's who they are. Everybody got layers, but if a motherfucker always want to come off as this sweet, soft, nice motherfucker all the time, you should be weary of that nigga. You should be weary of anybody that's always acting like they nice and sweet and shit, and all of a sudden, oh, they just had a moment. It's just no, bitch. Be you. I don't like the motherfuckers pretend to be somebody that they not, and then y'all want to be bamboozled and taken aback and startled and oh my god, and y'all want to be coddling and rubbing people back and shit. Like it's okay, and then they keep, and the more that y'all rub their back, the more they show you the real them. The more and more the real them come out, and then you get to seeing that motherfucker is a character. And the people that you done dismissed yourself from, disassociated yourself from, because you sit here following that motherfucker and their ideologies, them the motherfuckers that you probably want to be around. Them the motherfuckers that's growing spiritually, emotionally, financially. Those are the people that are actually growing in life, who actually have goals and dreams and aspirations for y'all to support.
What the benefit the trolls have that we don't?
What?
They can antagonize us forever until they learn they really like us, and then they can just change their name.
Facts.
That's
Woo,
a great
girl.
point.
And the thing about it is,
Or
a
they could
lot of
just go to
people
their real
dislike,
page.
and I don't know if Rozay and Tyme and anybody else on the platform done dealt with this, but a lot of us don't. We get disliked by people just because we their friends don't like us. So since their friends don't like us, or their group of people that they roll with don't like us, they dislike us because of that. Then they come back and now they want to say, "Oh, Aries so funny and blah blah blah." This, but bitch, I was always funny. You just didn't give me a chance. You just didn't even want to get to know me. Like Rose said, just give somebody a chance to know them. Just because you get on this app and you hear some shit about that person, don't go with that until that person do something to you.
Aries, your ass did go around calling all of us crayon eaters now. You can't be
I
mad.
did. When I first got on here, y'all was a lot of people were
You
crayon
did call
eaters.
all of our ass some crayon eaters now.
I mean, because if you in a big live and somebody is talking and then everybody in the comment section keep asking the same questions that the person done already fucking answered, I'm like, Lord, they is slow as fuck. She already said that. Some shit do it don't irritate y'all.
It does. I think there's hope for some people, like on this side of TikTok, but I think that some people are just lost in the notoriety of it all. Um, I think that's a part of the reason why I was excited about the docu series that you and Petty them are doing, because it shows the versatility of who you are. Like, I'm not just a show, I'm not just a character. This is not just entertainment. I'm also going to show you the behind the scenes of my real life and what I have going on. One of the things that made me continue to like Tea Time even through our rough patches in the beginning was to know somebody wrote 20 something books in the middle of COVID with a mindset like how we had a mindset in COVID. Like that's crazy to me. And that takes a level of determination and tenacity that a lot of people don't have. And so when you see the behind the scenes of how somebody is able to do that and then get on here and make people laugh or get on here and create, you know what I'm saying, be entertaining, like that's a different side of content to me that we haven't seen yet. But I think a lot of people aren't ready to see that because a lot of people aren't ready to see the real them.
I clock and stuff now. Y'all better stop acting like y'all know stuff. I don't like that for y'all. Y'all acting like y'all know stuff for.
This too, you said something today, Rose, that I always say. Um, and this is why I know, like, I don't. Um, this is why I know I don't be out here calling women dumb and stuff like this because I always say what my standards are ain't got nothing to do with you. What my moral compass is not your moral compass, right? So what may work for me in my situation may not be your cup of tea, right? People hold you to their standard, not yours. And then they try to get mad at you because you didn't meet the standard they set for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm not aiming to fit your standard. I have my own, I have my own journey. I have my own path. I have my own way. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when only way I'm gonna talk to a woman to be like, so what do you plan on doing about whatever? If a person say, I don't like the situation I'm in, I don't want to be in this situation. I can't keep doing this. Then I'm gonna ask that person, I'm gonna say, well, what are you gonna do to get out of it? Or how you plan on doing it? And do you need my help? You know, or let me know when you're ready and I'll be there for you. That's all I can say to a person. I can't hold you. I can say I'm not even gonna keep pushing you because I know when you're ready, my hand is here, right? But don't set me to the standard of what you have for me. Don't set me to the morale that you have for me.
Mm-hmm.
My moral compass, that's why I always be like kids is not off limits and all that stuff. It's not saying that I'm telling you to go there with somebody kids. I'm saying like shit, especially with me. I can't never that's why I say because I'm gonna go for the juggler, right? Doesn't mean it's right, but what hurt you ain't gonna hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't mean I'm right. I'm not doing it to be right. But don't put me to the standard that you put yourself. Cause I'm a fucking fail every time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to disappoint you every time. Don't expect me to be better than nothing. Cause I'm gonna disappoint you.
I said that in the comments earlier today when I had dropped down. I said that a lot of people in the comments are judging T right now because of their levels of what their expectation is of her. And the reason I came up and asked you the question I asked you was, what is your definition of a friend? Because to me, the nigga was never a friend to you. But in your eyes, he was a friend to you. So I wanted to understand what your definition of what that was because I can't put my standard of what that definition is on you
Mm-hmm.
and your lifestyle. That ain't my place. It ain't my place to sit here and try to live your life for you. Girl, if the dick is that good, go get it. Like, if that's what you want. But I don't want it. So I can't judge it.
Was even saying, oh, well, he ain't all that cute. He cute to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He okay to me.
That's
And
your little shit.
yeah, like I've been through some fucked up relationships. I have. And ours was traumatic as fuck. But like I said, there was some shit that I went through that he ain't even put me through. Like that he was able to to not judge me through. You know what I'm saying? Like some
Mm-hmm.
fucked up shit. So I'm never gonna say he wasn't my friend because he loved me through some shit that could nobody love me through. If it was somebody else, you know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I've been
Mm-hmm.
fucked up. I done did some fucked up shit. I done did some fucked up shit to him. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he right. I'm not defending him, but who the fuck am I? Can't nobody tell me somebody not my friend until I feel like somebody not my friend. But y'all see me do that with other people.
Be
So
pissing me off because I told your ass when that shit happened, that chef wasn't your motherfucking friend.
what did
You
I
told me to
say?
shut the hell up.
Exactly. So it's not just like when people say I got low self esteem and all that shit. I'm like that with all my people. Just like Ari said, me and T could get into it and I could come back. I am that type of person. And it could it be toxic? Yes. Could it be a dip in the cup? Absolutely. Was it? Let me borrow 20 coins. Just 20. No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
I mean, because we ain't got
But you
that
know what I'm saying?
disrespect. We ain't never got that disrespectful towards each other to where we like
But
talking about
again,
bitches and
if
talking
we
about
to
each other
some people
kids.
we have though, right? To some
Thank
people
you.
they'd be like, Aries, I don't know how you do it. To some people they'd be like, T, I don't know how you do it.